It's only 400 more weeks.
We should be good.
Only 400 more weeks. All right.
How many years is that?
We're live on the air. Let's wait for people to get on in here. Dreadpool was
only 7 more years.
Dreadpool was the first guy in the room, then Wesson. So shout out to them. Check out Dreadpool's channel. Is Dreadpool. You're wicked hot. What's going on? No Fred tonight. However, we do have footage of Fred. So Fred will be on this show, but not really. So there you go. Matthew Bonks, what's going on? We have some breaking news. All right, go ahead, Frank.
I saw the photos, but not the video of Fred. So
once Anthony gets his big fat ass on camera, we have breaking news for you. Here we go. It says, "What's up, Weston and Dread?" Matthew Bonks, what's up, brother? How you doing, Weston? Thank you. You're wicked. Dreadpool, you guys are awesome. You've been in here. Dreadpool was in here for like 3 hours. I don't know. He probably went to bed now. That's okay.
What's up, guys? Let me pull the chat out.
What's up, guys? Cam May, what's up? We have breaking news. It's Resident Evil 9 news. Do I have to play the horn?
You wanna
Oops.
That wasn't the horn.
Where the hell's the horn at? Oh, it's got to be here. Speak, just in case.
Yes.
Okay, good. Breaking news! We got Resident Evil 9 news. When Anthony gets his big fat butt on here, he's too busy playing with his computer.
He's excited. He's got a whole new rig.
Yes, Resident Evil 9 news. Anthony broke this news to me like 2.5 minutes before we went live. There is breaking news here.
I had no idea about this either. So
Resident Evil 9. You're actually going to find out sooner than you think.
That's the weekend of like.
Unfortunately, Keeley is getting the exclusives once again.
So you want to just say it here?
Sure. I mean,
you have to say it again anyway when like 10 more people get in here.
Allegedly, from what I'm hearing internally from these people, essentially, Summer Game Fest is going to be the Resident Evil 9 reveal, from what I'm hearing, because Capcom is apparently going to be there with some title, and essentially, it's either going to happen in two places: Summer Games Fest or another Capcom event. And I think Summer Games Fest kind of makes sense because it's been 4 years at this point since Village. And that's just what I'm hearing, is that channels are getting ready to cover it. People are getting ready, so we'll see what happens. I don't really have much more detail as far as just like, I don't know how long the show will be or when it'll be in the show. Like Frank just said, it might be 2 hours long. It's Jeff Keighley's event, of course, because, he has to get everything, this guy. But yeah, so RE9 is apparently going to be at Summer Game Fest. It could not happen though. Like, obviously, like if these are just like, bullshit from people, but like everybody that I've been seeing posting about it or talking about it, they seem pretty confident. Now, the event could happen and then nothing gets announced. And then at that point it was just bullshit. But it seems like this is, Capcom is either there for something or they're there for just another remaster release or some bullshit. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
I was sleeping before and I moved my shoulder up. I like hurt my shoulder while moving it up when I was sleeping. I don't know, man. It feels like I broke my shoulder, but I didn't break my shoulder. Because I can move it. And it doesn't hurt, but it hurts sometimes. So I don't know.
Ugh.
Who the hell knows what happened? I'm getting too old. So you heard it right here first. Resident Evil 9 could be announced at Summer Games Fest on June the 6th. So that's in 2 weeks. And speaking of 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, we will be buying the Nintendo Switch live on the air.
Yay!
Yes.
Finally.
So it's on its way here.
We're so close. I can't believe that it's only 2 weeks. Like it felt so long to get to this point, but now we're in the clear here. So it's gonna be a hell of a weekend, man. We got the Xbox thing, the Summer Games thing, we got Switch. Oh, insane.
Yeah, it's starting at 5 p.m. on that Friday for you guys. I'm not going to be seeing it until 10 p.m. UK time. So I'm in a jam, obviously, because me and my friend that I'm staying with, that we're doing the 24-hour Resident Evil challenge that following day. So essentially, we're going to just have to do what we can to do a video on it that night, maybe a reaction. Of course, it happens while I'm away. That's how it always works. So
Son of a Switch.
it's going to be a good weekend for Resident Evil. Yeah, well, that's another thing too, right? You might get an announcement of Resident Evil's coming to Switch if they're at this event. We don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I think the time is now to, if you're going to announce a new Resident Evil game, let it be known it's coming to Switch 2 right from the trailer, right from the end. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that week's going to be crazy. You guys are going to have a good time playing the Switch. I won't be able to play it till I get back. So, unless my friend over there is getting it, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's getting it. I just don't know if he's getting it day one. But
just buy it over there, you pussy.
yeah, they won't have it in stock. I'm sure it'll be the same.
They'll have it. Nobody's gonna buy it over there.
If
they're broke,
I don't know,
over there,
man.
Bro.
It's right in the
I don't
aisle
know
next to
about
the
that.
beans.
They're broke over there.
Yeah.
They got no money. Speaking of being broke, we'll get to that in a little bit. Via Gearbox.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I gotta talk about that douchebag again.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that little line, so I'm gonna put John McClane over there with the pug.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Bryant, I don't know if you just heard Anthony break the news, but apparently we're going to most likely see Resident Evil 9 at Summer Games Fest on June 6th. Great to see Anthony's new laptop powered up, working on plans of taking time with all the BS going on. Matt Clyburn, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
So while Anthony turns his computer on, what are you doing anyway? What is exactly are you doing?
So I use this really crappy Elgato face cam, and it just needs this software
Bro,
to
throw the
recognize it,
fucking
'cause
camera
Discord-
out. Take the camera and throw it away. Buy a brand new camera. Do it.
Well, I have the Cam Link, but the Cam Link, is also shitty.
Throw
Anything
it all out.
Elgato is honestly shitty.
Throw it out.
This stream cam has been good for me, so I had no issues yet, knock on wood.
Throw the cameras out. Do the light shoulder workouts, tricep by. I'm not doing that. You crazy? I might go to my my personal trainer. I'll go to him and ask him what happened. I mean, I'll give it till tomorrow or Friday or whatever. I'll give it till Monday because we go to him on Monday. So when I go there Monday, I'll check it out. Finally free. New top secret job. Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Wow, that's crazy, Matt. Well, congrats on the job. Let's see here. All right, we have pretty big news as far as Xbox. Again, it had to happen today, this morning, the minute I woke up.
Better today than tomorrow, though. I'd rather have it.
Well,
now.
what else is going to happen tomorrow? Like, they step on a rake at least 3 times a week, these idiots. Last week it was the ARM chip on their new hardware. Oh, their new hardware. Oh, and all these guys. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. No, you know what that is? The ARM chip is for their freaking handheld, like Surfaces or whatever they're gonna do, and it's also for the streaming box that they're probably gonna make.
Yep.
Project
They
Hobart.
don't want to admit it.
Yeah, it's nothing to cover. And dude, the excuses I'm hearing about this stupid thing, it's ridiculous. Or you could choose either or. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Nobody cares.
They just make stuff up as they go along.
Xbox hardware is dead at this point. Just if you have an Xbox, enjoy it. If you don't, go out and do what you got to do. Get a different machine. Anyway, Hellblade 2, Senua's Sacrifice, or is that the first one?
Yeah, I think this is Senua Saga, right?
Senua's Saga. The game that I beat last year that I totally forgot the name of. I beat it on PC. Dreadpool is in the chat. There he is. Well, RE9 at Summerfest. So that means I don't know. We will have to see what the game is about. But yeah, that's Anthony just broke that news earlier when we started. Resident Evil 9 is expected to be at Summer Games Fest. So,
and if it isn't, well, I didn't make up the news, so but we'll see. I'm just, I'm excited to obviously go back into, another Resident Evil coverage cycle. It's been a little bit, so I mean, RE4 remake was already 2 years ago, so yeah, it kind of goes by pretty quickly. So I think, well, technically, I guess Separate Ways was the last like new thing that I covered that wasn't, movie news or everything else. So yeah, if anything, this will just be something cool to cover, and hopefully it's actually good. So it's more fun that way when the game's actually good. So we'll see.
All right, so back to Xbox. Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation. It was announced this morning. It's going to be pro enhanced yet again. What is going on here?
I can't say I'm surprised at this point.
Well, I mean, their whole plan is to put all their games everywhere, right? Well, it's like every game every week. What's going on here? They're not going to have any games left by the time next year rolls around. They're going to put everything on there this year.
Well, the first one came to PlayStation, so I was already assuming that this would be.
Well, they didn't own it then. Microsoft didn't own them back then, so they made the second one exclusive to their console. And it's funny, I'm hearing all these guys, oh, well, it didn't sell well. Neither did Redfall. And I'm like, none of their fucking games sell well because everyone's using Game Pass on Xbox. Come on. Anyway. Well, this one's coming. Jeff M, what's up?
What's up, guys?
It's funny because they're having the showcase in 2 weeks, and they already put all this stuff out. So, are they just trying to get all the old games announced, and then they're going to announce all the new games for PlayStation? Like, this is crazy. Like,
they're going to announce Halo at this June event.
That's what I've been hearing. Like, they're supposed to announce it soon. So, and then somebody else today said a bunch of their games are going to be on Switch too, like multiple good sources. So we thought that was going to happen, and it looks like that's happening too now.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it's like I said, I think we're just seeing the last little glimpse of them not having everything by the time this year is done. I think that's good. That's just going to be, we'll have all those announcements probably a little bit into next year, and the rest of that stuff is just going to be on there, and like I said, can't say I'm surprised. Just don't be surprised if you see Starfield and MCC and all these other things.
Oh, all that stuff's getting announced this year, for sure.
So this is just part of that.
Hey, man, Gears of War last week, Hellblade this week, maybe Starfield next week. Who the hell knows?
It's like the countdown to the showcase, and then at the showcase they do Halo, and it's just like all
over. Halo
every
tops it off,
they just
basically.
give you one. Yeah. It's crazy, man. That's like insane, the amount of stuff they've just been randomly announcing on a Tuesday or a Wednesday out of nowhere, like massive things. Like, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. I also don't understand why like, you know, again, you can't really be in denial when you see them doing this. It's a
Anthony,
clear.
you have no idea what it's like on the internet with these guys. They're
I
in
mean, you see it
denial.
more than me.
They're in denial. They're like, oh, but the game's gonna get a 10. It's like, of course it fucking will, you moron.
Well, yeah.
Who cares? It's over. Like the console war is over. Sony won. It's over. Just deal with it. You have your Xbox, enjoy it. If you have it, get rid of it, sell it, whatever you want to do. You have the options here. But it's over, buddy. There's more than 4 games on this thing, and everyone's like, hey, come on, get over it. Move on.
Only 4 games.
They don't love you. They never did. They wanted your money. They couldn't figure out how to get it, so they said, screw it. We're putting everything everywhere. And they brainwashed everybody into this play anywhere horse shit. Whatever.
I saw somebody brought this up and I thought it was interesting. If it does run at 60 somehow on the even like on the base consoles, that's kind of messed up.
It
that
won't
they
run at
waited-
60 on the base. On the Pro, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It would have to be the Pro, but I mean,
I had to
kinda
play it on
crazy, too.
PC because they couldn't handle it. You have to understand, the bottleneck in these things is always the CPU. These games that are coming out today are more CPU intensive. That's why you're getting 30 FPS. So if the Pro can squeeze that out of there, great. But if not, I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Well, it's going to look damn better on the Pro anyway compared to the Series X. So,
I'm interested to see what they do with that one. We'll have to see.
Bryant, we hope you get better, buddy. Everyone gets upset every once in a while, but just hang in there, man. You'll be all right. Things will get better. This guy Matt is welding underwater. That's crazy.
That's insane. Imagine that.
That's crazy. We got Hockey Fan in here. Jeff M, like I said, is also in here. The Xbox name will cease to exist in about a year. It'll be all Microsoft Gaming, a variant. Well, yeah, it's over. Like they're gonna have their name on their not their hardware, but on hardware. The only hardware I could see them making is the streaming box. But
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense if they're definitely not going to make a traditional console anymore.
this
Because
guy
that's
Jeff
over.
Grubb says that they already have their Universal app with the emulation built into it, so it can run older games or whatever. So I don't know. That's what we've been hearing for about a year now. So let's see. Let's see what happens with all that. But I mean, it's over.
Yeah, and this is what they wanted anyway.
Yeah,
So
they're just
doing-
not. They're not getting it over with. They're just pulling the Band-Aid back slowly and just letting everybody. They try to act like it wasn't happening, and the whole 4 games thing, and we saw through that bullshit right away because, like we said, and we say it all the time. Early last year was when we really started to. Well, it was the end of that year previously. So the end of 23, we were like, okay, they're making some interesting remarks in the press, and then we started hearing the rumors, and then the beginning of next year, I'm sorry, that following year.
Yeah,
which
but
is
the
2024.
minute this guy said 4 games, I'm like bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're not putting.
and they waited 2 weeks to tell us what was going on because they had to have a business meeting and all this shit. Like that was all bullshit, man. That was
It
just
was
like
bullshit because the old Xbox from years ago, they would come out instantly and be like, "Oh, that's not true." The fact that they said, "Oh, you know what? You got to wait for us to come out and tell you," it's like, "Uh-oh, it's true." They gotta figure out how to break the news to people. And the funny thing is, if it didn't get leaked out, they were gonna break the news to us anyway, but they were gonna wait longer.
Oh yeah, they would have waited on that. They didn't care.
I don't know, man. Listen, the Xbox is a great brand. It was a great brand, but now it's just a shell of itself. They could have competed. They could have done a lot of great stuff. But it's like we're going through this every week. And these guys on the internet, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. They need their bipolar medication. They need medication. They need something. Because a lot of these guys, I don't know if they're grifting hard because they have YouTube channels about this shit and that's how they make their money. If I were you guys, start rebranding. Everyone start rebranding because if you don't, you're going to look stupid.
Yeah. They're just too far in. I think that's really the problem. Like you said, like they're just too far into it and they don't know what to do to
Yeah,
get
but
out.
you got to be a human being. You got to be like an actual person. Like, okay, like this is happening. We need to address this. You can't pretend like this shit's going to be like this forever. It's not. It's over.
Yeah.
The minute they told you the 4 games, it was over.
I'm just saying, like right now,
And
if
now,
I was one of
what,
these Xbox.
what are we hearing now? Now we're hearing what the Sony guys were saying about the PC ports. Oh, well, those are older games anyway. Nobody's going to play them. Now we're hearing Xbox guys say that about Xbox games. Oh, well, those are older games, so who cares if anyway? It's like, oh my God. You don't understand
That's all right
something.
now, but thank you.
You're not
I'll heat
going to
some up
have a
later.
console.
Yeah, it fills you.
Anthony, you're not muted.
You're not muted.
Sorry about that. Stuffed
Um,
crust is good from Domino's. Just let you know. Donkey Nose Pizza.
well, we're
Sorry about that.
you're not going to have a console anymore. So I mean, good for you. If that's what you want to go online and say, that's great. But I think these guys they got to start being real with their fan bases.
Well, if I was an Xbox content creator, I'd really be rethinking my brand right now. That's all I'm saying. Because I think it's just a weird time to have that where I feel like for a time, yeah, being an Xbox specific content creator, if that's what people wanted to do and they wanted to be in that space, but when it does something like this, you can't, I don't know, like you can't just be in denial that it isn't happening and just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of conversations that they have to have with these other fans of just like, hey, like how long can we just go on and not act like this is like isn't a problem? You can't keep defending it. It's not like there's going to be a handheld that's going to save it, or there's going to be a an exact term.
No, the handheld. It's going to come out. Phil Spencer's going to go sleep with everybody like Santa Claus who buys it.
Yes, that's
He's going to
the
fuck
thing.
him in
And
the ass. We're going to hear all this shit. Phil loves
And you
us.
called this
Oh,
too.
Phil. He doesn't care. He wants money in his pocket. He's rich. We're going to get to rich people in a minute here.
Yeah, apparently.
But it's over. No one's going to save it.
You can't.
They're not
Yeah,
even
you
saving it.
can't deny
They're
it.
literally putting their games on the competitor's platform in better quality.
The
Wake
PS
up. Like
5
Mental
Pro, man.
says, wake up.
It's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up. But that's okay. Everyone wants to believe it. Whatever. Go blow it at your ass at that point. But remember something. And Brian, you do not need to rebrand yourself. You're not an Xbox lunatic out there. But remember something. The longer you keep up the facade of this Xbox BS, the more people you're going to lose. Just saying.
Yeah.
And
You're
this
better off
isn't
doing
anybody
it
in
now.
particular. I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm saying like all this shit that I'm seeing online. It's like, guys,
what
you
yeah.
got to let it go. You got to let it go. You have the Series X. You want to keep it. That's fine. I have fucking 17 of them and I'm keeping them because number one, nobody wants them. And number two, I built up my library on this stupid thing. That's why I'm pissed off. I'm not pissed that the games are going to other platforms. What
It's the
that
investment that you made.
yeah,
you know?
and then the games going to other platforms symbolizes the console's over. Like they're done.
Right.
They're done competing in the hardware space. That's what I'm upset about because I put money and time into this thing. I built my library up here where I could have just kept my Steam games rolling and saved a bunch of money not buying them on Xbox. But it is what it is. It's over. Wasn't there a song that said "Wake Up"? I don't know. Maybe.
There's Step Up because you're the.
There's the
Yeah, I don't have that queued up.
Evanescence song, "Wake Me Up." There you go. But yeah, it's if people want to still, if you want to go with the brand, I just think if you're like still in the brand of Xbox and you're making content on it, you have to at least be honest if you're going to stick
You
with
got to be honest with the audience. I mean, this is
covering
it.
that brand.
You can't
Yeah.
be fucking saying, "Oh, Helldivers is coming to Xbox because no one's playing." We just got a report today that there's over 2 million people, or 2.5. Is it 2.5 million people playing that shit on a weekly basis?
Yeah, I think it was 2 million that they've been gaining like every week or something crazy. It was like something insane.
Yeah,
it's
when you
definitely
tell
have
your
had-
audience that they're losing players and they gotta put it on X, like you're just lying to people. Can you
No,
just stop that
it's-
stuff?
It's just silly. It just
Yeah, the
nobody's gonna
console
take it
that
seriously.
outsells 5-1, they're losing players on their fucking top online game. Come on.
It says they have 2.5 million players weekly. That's insane for a game that's a year and a half old.
Right, that's
It's
pretty damn
insane.
good.
Yeah. So they don't need to go anywhere else. They're good. Like they don't need to waste any money doing anything else.
Just stop being stupid. Stop snorting cream cheese. Stop. Maybe the chives are getting stuck in your fucking nose and going to your brain. I don't know what's going on. Stop snorting cream cheese. Stop snorting everything else that you got going on there. Just face the facts and just be real with the audience. I mean, just be like, hey, man, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're going.
I wonder the same thing you do if they're just
They're a
delusional
better
or they're
brand.
just-
Oh, my God. There's no more box.
Now what?
They're still a better brand. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Really, motherfucker? Because you said 6 months ago it was never going to happen. Now, all of a sudden, well, we knew it was going to happen. Kiss those fucking cheeks, okay? There's a new pope in town. And his name's Francis again.
That's the best name. That's why.
Oh, man. Anyway.
They're either delusional or they're just so invested into the brand that they don't know what to do. But like you guys were saying, I would start getting out of it now because
Stevie
then
Mac,
you're going
what's
to
up?
look awesome when this all crashes and burns. You're going to be like, "Yo, I saw the writing on the
Well,
wall."
I
and
already
got out of
see a podcast still like, we brought this. It was the Xbox era, which everyone calls them Xbox error. The guy was on there last week going, "Oh, we might rebrand because of trademark issues," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, motherfucker! You've been Xbox error for 10 years. Now it's trademark issues. No, you're rebranding because the box is going away, and no one's gonna watch your shit." And by the way, everyone's been jumping off these podcasts anyway because there's no point. But
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
it's like, why you got to lie to the people like that? Like
Yeah,
Anthony,
just be straight up.
you did, you branded it to LTRE. So if Resident Evil ever like collapses, you're still LTRE. That can mean
Exactly.
anything. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, I mean it's part of the channel, but at the same time, I still recognize that I can't put even on my merch. I can't put Resident Evil. I don't own the trademark, so
Right.
putting LTRE on the shirts, that's like a safer bet as well. So it kind of has to do with all of that. And I think at least with me, like if Resident Evil actually is like done and dries up, well, that's why now.
Oh, if it
know.
dries up, you're like, well, I'm LTRE. Aren't you? Let's talk Resident. Nope, I'm LTRE.
He'll be Let's Talk Robert
Yeah,
England.
and also I've been playing, different stuff on the channel, survival horror stuff, some Onimusha, stuff like that.
Right.
And so just to kind of establish like, hey, I'm playing other stuff. I now that I have this new PC, I am going to build up my next channel. That's just going to be me playing, everything else. And I don't know why, I really don't know why Discord is being a fuck ass right now. I'm trying to like get this.
Why don't you jump
come
out and
up
jump
with
back
stuff.
in?
Yeah, let me see if that helps. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's all right.
Step up! Let's get the funding nothing to kill.
Hey, it worked.
That's
we
why my channel is Dreadpool, just me. Well, yeah,
like,
exactly.
this next channel is going to be my name. I mean, and I'm just going to play whatever the hell I want. And that's what I've been
And
planning for a
Dreadpool
while.
covers a bunch of content as well.
Yeah,
Like
it's good to be
cosplaying and all that.
versatile.
He does his
Yeah, he
little
goes to the
podcast on there.
shows. Yeah.
He doesn't call it the cosplaying channel because he knows I can't do that. I'm doing a bunch of variety stuff.
Yeah, he likes the podcast. He likes the Breaking Bread with Dread. He switches it up. And that's what I like is variety is good. And also like you don't want to just do the same thing forever. And obviously I do filmmaking as well on my other channel, but this third channel will be cool to do that. But again, making it go all back to the Xbox players, again, you can't just sit there and act like, oh, we're gonna, it's like, dude, you're getting scared. You saw the writing on the wall, and you're like,
But
well,
these
we
guys
might
are
have to-
fighting on Twitter. It's like there's no reason to fight. It's over.
No, it's there's no this console.
Sony
war
has no
is
games
not-
this year, so we're giving them all of our games. It's like, motherfucker, it's called business, okay? Your guys decided to give it to them. Sony didn't call Microsoft, said, please give us your games.
No.
What happened was Xbox is so fucked up right now that they grabbed this guy, Phil Spencer, and said, you're putting games everywhere. Project Latitude and Longitude. And Phil Spencer had to look down his pants and say, Latitude? What's that?
It's just yeah, you can't be in denial from that stuff.
Even Harold with Falls of Horror is horror related. That's very true. Harold has a hell of a horror channel. Those Xbox podcasts are just adding pro enhance to their names to Stevie Mac. Xbox is fucked. RWK, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hello.
Oh, I don't know. It's not. Their whole thing is so funny too, because they're like, "Oh, see, we're getting them from the inside. We're consuming them from the inside. All the Xbox games are going over there, and everyone." It's like,
You're not getting
don't
anybody
get
from
it.
anywhere because it's over.
right? They don't understand that like this is not good for the brand. It's just a mess, and they don't care, or they just don't understand. But I've been seeing people relentlessly, brutally fighting on Twitter about stuff and
Because
it's
they're
just
fucking
hilarious.
nuts. They got to go see a shrink, half these guys.
And they get like they totally get the receipts put on it. Like they'll put something and then somebody will put like, yo, you tweeted this like 6 months ago, like the complete opposite.
Yeah, and they
you're
don't
like,
want to admit
"Oh."
that they were wrong.
Yeah, they don't ever respond
Because
to
they're
it,
going
or
to
they
get
just make
sued
something
and,
up.
they're going to go to jail and be arrested and they're going to find OJ's glove in their basement. Like, we all know how this works.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's bad. But I was glued to it today because I'm just laughing at this stuff happen. It's like crazy. What's going on?
Yeah, again, you have to see this as, we're going to be getting the rest of the stuff by the end of this year announced, whether it's a date or whatever the case may be, or they're all coming out, this year. It's definitely the unraveling has begun, and whether or not people are willing to accept it and do what they have to. I mean, again, these are just video games at the end of the day, but you can't just sit there and build up an audience and just act like, this stuff isn't going on. So I think it's just like, again, you could still, if people want to just stay in their lane and do Xbox stuff, great, but you have to talk about what's going on. You have to talk about what's relevant. You can't, sure, you could play all your stuff on Xbox still for the end of your days, but again, when the box is gone and there isn't much to talk about hardware wise, what are you going to do? You're just going to talk about Microsoft Studio games on PlayStation and play it on your PlayStation and talk about that. That's why sometimes boxing yourself in, even me with Resident Evil, like, it's a blessing and a curse.
I think I just turn on text to speech for super chats. So
Okay, did you get that down? Like, did you get that URL?
we're
stuff?
going to find out.
Okay.
We're going to find out. If we get a
can
$2
run a
super chat,
test,
it'll
too.
pop up. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
You also can test it too. If you go to the top and test like a voice, it should like pop up, and if it does, then it works. Or you can wait for a donation. Either way.
Yeah, I'll wait for the donation. All right.
Yeah, we had plenty of fun with that over the weekend, or at least on Sunday night.
It's
That was-
why I'm on my own island on X. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no point. What you're going to fight with people about something that's already been done? Like, it's over. Like, there's no
Yeah,
point.
it's
I
just-
see these guys arguing, and it's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, there's no point in arguing. It's just play the games where you want. Have
Well, they're
fun.
funding our games. No, they're not. They're a $3 trillion company. They're already funding their own stuff. They're getting a couple of bucks back from these places. I heard Jeff Grubb say that they don't even care about making money on the Microsoft Store when they put Steam and all that stuff on there. They don't even care about making that 30% at that point. They just want everybody on the ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because
Which
they're not
what
gonna
it
to
make
means.
as
me,
much
that
money.
still doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It's the artsy
Yeah.
fartsy rich people that think they know everything. So we'll find out.
Yeah, not making any sense, and just again, kind of going really, you know, they're keeping that. Well, you might just get something else at this new event, or you might get, the handheld. Like they're keeping that false hope, and
Well, that's been
even-
their game for years. That's what they always do. The false hope.
Yeah.
Oh, just keep waiting. Just keep waiting.
Yeah,
just
nah,
keep waiting.
just keep waiting for your ass cheeks because it worked out for PlayStation. They waited and they didn't even care to wait and they got everything. So there you go. David R, what's going on?
what's up, man?
So Hellblade once again was tweeted out by the competitor. Sony. They tweeted out the Gears of War, and now they're tweeting this out. Battle Darkness Within and Without. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2 comes to PlayStation 5 this summer.
It's coming out, and
9:03 a.m.
It's just hilarious. Just like a random weekday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Here it is. It's
Yeah.
like it even like makes their games look silly that it's just so like nonchalant. Like they don't even have the balls to do it at like a showcase or something. They're just like, here you go. Like they don't even care about it.
So you
It's
jack
just
up your
so messed up.
hardware over $100, and then you turn around and you put your games on a competitor, who is, by the way, $100 cheaper than you are. I don't know what to say.
It
I
literally makes
think
no
they've
sense.
told you everything you need to know. So it's not my fault people are delusional online. I don't know. Jamie, what's going on, brother? Tim Dog's been going nuclear today since
up, Jamie?
Stevie Mac. Oh, yeah, I see people cursing him out. That's all right. He warned us, man. He warned us. He saved me a lot of money, too, because me and Mental didn't buy stuff on the Xbox store for like a year.
Me too.
He warned us.
He was right.
yeah,
Are any of
I,
us surprised? Says Jamie on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying of this initial news, where I'm just like, well, when I saw you put it in the chat, I was like, well, it's not really a surprise at this point. Everything else is just making the stuff that we've been saying makes more sense.
I like how they're
justifies it.
justifying the Gears thing with, oh well, when the ponies get online, us Xbox guys are gonna kill
We're
them on.
We're gonna pwn them.
Yeah,
Remember
it's
people used
like,
to
bro,
say that back in the
Number
day.
one, you're not playing that game, and number two, they're not gonna go online for that stuff. They're gonna go online and play the game and have fun.
Also, they can just
Is that
disable
a flex
crossplay.
that you're gonna beat them up? It's like, bro, you're
Yeah.
losing the console. You're physically going to lose a console over this.
We're gonna beat
But
you
that's
up
a
after
flex.
class, bro? Like it's like
I don't need the console. I remember everything in my brain.
When I close
Also,
my eyes, I
like-
can play the games in my brain.
I don't think they realize that it's like you really like the PlayStation players can just turn crossplay off. It's always an option. It's unless it's forced crossplay, you could just select, crossplay
Yeah, but
off.
who
and just play
cares
with
if you do crossplay and beat them? Like, you're still gonna lose the console. Like, Xbox is pulling out of hardware. It's not like Xbox is like, let's see who wins this Gears of War fight online, and then we'll keep the hardware.
PlayStation. You're taking it
It's
away.
over.
From
It's like the handheld. The handheld's not gonna cure cancer. It's over. It's
Yeah,
over.
I mean, they can basically just play the games they
God.
want. Even if they lose,
got
10
AIDS.
matches in a row.
Now I should get
Yeah.
that on here. I should get that on the soundboard. He's got AIDS.
That'd be funny.
Xbox does right now.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous, man. And like, even if we see Gears E Day,
Oh, you're gonna
But
see it, and you're gonna see it day one on everything.
yeah, but even if we get footage this June, it's still not gonna like erase what's been going on. Like it'll be cool to see the game, but
It's
We
gonna
know
be
it's not coming
exclusive
out.
for 6 months, Anthony. Day and date.
Exclusive for 6 minutes.
It's going to be day and date, and then also, like I said, Gears 1 Reloaded is coming out, so you can play, get the story. They're gonna put Gears. I'm telling you, 20th anniversary next November. That would make sense. Now, if it's later than
Xbox delaying a game, Anthony? How dare you?
well, they didn't have a date yet, so I think they tried to save their ass by not announcing.
They didn't have a
Gears
date
V
for
Day.
Perfect Dark, but they delayed it. Isn't that funny?
Well, that's the problem with them, right? It's the constant like, well, we're just gonna not give you a date. We're gonna keep pushing stuff around. You don't know what's going on with Fable. We don't know what's going on with Perfect Dark. Gears E Day, like I said, we saw the trailer last June. That's cool, but where's the gameplay? And we just have to have a little more transparency, but they haven't been transparent at all. So they're just gonna have to keep
I
waiting.
think they're going to be very transparent in a couple weeks. They're just going to, this is it.
Yeah,
Like
they'll
we've been
say it
saying,
all
they're gonna
without
just
saying
lay
it. Yeah.
Because it's no coincidence that they're putting Gears on PlayStation in August. So if
Tell us
E-Day
to
is
shove
coming
up
out
our
anytime
asses.
soon, it's obviously going to be day and date to both.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
why would
exactly.
they not do it's
That,
like
that was the message of all messages. That's why we did an Xbox Goes to Hell on that topic, because we were just like, this is it, man. Like, this was if that was the time to do that show, it was that time. I mean, we had a bunch of great, shows leading up to that on that one because of what they've been doing, but that really was it, seeing that officially get put out by PlayStation. I feel like that was a turning point for a lot of people. Noof came on this show and was talking, and, had to speak his mind too that same night when we went live. It was a big deal. That really was, I think, if people weren't, that like I don't know
really
if the
solidified
offended,
where they're
yeah,
going.
it solidified it, right? Like, I don't know if people were offended up until that point, but it's like that really is offensive. That's when it became like, wow, like this is actually happening sooner than later, because not only that, but you have a date of August for that. Yes, it's just a remaster or whatever you want to call it, but it's soon, and they're
It's
all
the first steps.
yeah, the first steps, and they're all doing it for a reason, like you said, to get that ready for E-Day, whether it's, this year, next year, whatever the case may be. I think they're getting all their ducks in a row, and that's it, man. It's GG on that one.
Yeah.
So
It obviously is not a coincidence. Like they definitely did that for a reason. They didn't just do it because they need $10 more from Gears of War 1. They're
No.
doing it to get your feet into
Yeah.
Gears of War on PlayStation.
Yep.
Get you ready for E-Day. I mean,
And
this is not rocket science here.
yeah, and that's why I think, like, as like with same thing with Halo, like we know, okay, they're trying to go back to the drawing board with Halo. We don't know. It's going to be a while till we see a Halo. So what do they do in the meantime? You put out MCC, you get people, that's why it just makes sense for them to put that in at this time, because we know it's going to be a good while till we see the next Halo game that's being, built in Unreal Engine 5, and we're hearing all this stuff about it. So we know something's happening, but in the meantime, yeah, it's going to come out in the Pro. It's going to be Pro enhanced, and that's what we end up, with in the meantime, while we just kind of see what happens in the next couple years with the gens, as far as like, a PS6. What is Xbox going to do? We're kind of in this weird spot where we probably only have a few more years. I mean, obviously these are going to be around for a while to still buy, but they're going to start talking about the future plan soon. And Nintendo Switch 2 already has their thing just ready to go, because they're joining late, obviously. So they always overlap like that. But now it's really the Switch 2 is like the only newest thing that we'll be able to somewhat enjoy right away. That's the one positive.
Yes, I could hear it. That's awesome.
It
Yeah, that's awesome.
works.
So cool. All
Text
right,
to
I
speech
love
is
that.
on.
Good.
Sorry
Barry
about
tested
that.
it Sunday night. We did the sleep stream. If any of you guys, I'm sure we'll talk about the weekend in a little bit, but
Shout out to the sleep
Yeah.
stream.
that was funny as hell.
Yeah, so text to speech works right now. You can, if you donate $2, it will read it. It has to be $2, not $1.99. Just so you guys know. That's not me. That's
Yeah, it's Streamlabs.
Streamlabs. Jamie, I'll take care, buddy.
Take
New
care, man.
Halo
Thanks for
announcement
coming
June
in.
8th. It's coming to PlayStation. Well, there you go. Well, Brad Sams tweeted late last night, buckle up.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much it. They're going to pretty much announce everything, and who knows what else is going to be announced at this June thing. There was a reason why they locked the fans out of the building.
They're not
Oh, yeah.
inviting him out anymore.
They're still going to get together, these guys. They still think
They're
that
gonna-
there's hope.
They're
Wish
gonna
I could be
watch
a
it in
fly
their
on the
little.
wall there.
They're going to
They're
watch
gonna
it.
watch it
And
in
then
their
when
Airbnb.
yeah, and then when they find out what's going on, they're going to march down to the building with their picket signs and everything. It's going to be a madhouse.
Their Doom shields and their Minecraft pickaxes.
But they're not paying with my dinner with the company credit card.
There is no more company credit card.
I really hope that
You didn't hear it? Did the chat hear it?
Me and Frank heard it. I definitely heard it.
Well, you're on my soundboard. The chat isn't.
Okay.
Did you guys hear that? The text to speech? Do I have to set it? There's no real way to set it actually because it's not an audio source.
Yeah.
You guys
You
didn't
should be
hear.
able-
They didn't hear it. We heard it, but they didn't hear it.
Damn.
So how do I output this so they can hear it?
So
All right, hang on,
the
guys.
browser source that you add should have its own audio. If it doesn't,
Control
then-
audio via OBS.
Yeah, because it should make it its own little audio file, kind of like a donation chime.
Okay.
Let me know if that pops
I
up
see
for
an
you.
audio box now that I clicked on that. Let me unclick
Okay.
it and see if that box goes away.
Now, when you are on your browser,
Okay. All right. Let me do that again. Now on what?
you could. Oh, no, I was just saying, when you're on your on the browser in Streamlabs, like where you copy it, there's a little test button that you can click, and you can click test and see if they hear it. It'll just do
Yeah,
like
but that's going to
remember
come
how-
through the soundboard. And they'll hear it through the soundboard, but they. All right. I have the audio up here. It's ready to go. So if anybody donates another $2, you should all hear it. Or if one of you guys wants to donate $2, they should hear it.
Yeah, I'll try it right now. Hang on.
We heard it through the soundboard.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait. Come on, I have to put in my freaking credit card. Okay, I got it.
the company credit card.
Yeah.
So 928 donated $2 through Super Chat. Is it working now?
Did you all hear that?
Let us know.
If you all heard that, then it works and it's open. And thank you for the $2 super chat. Huzzah.
Huzzah! Come on, somebody let us know.
Even though
please.
that's his name.
Oh,
I
good.
hear
Perfect.
Thank
I hear
God.
it. All right,
Okay.
good. So you guys hear it.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is
So
awesome.
you-
I've
you-
always
so
wanted
you got
text-to-speech.
So you got it. You just had to select the OBS audio, and you're good.
All right, so there you go. OBS, and remember, it has to be $2, not $1.99. So
All right.
you hear a ring. All right, well, that's good. You'll hear the ring, and then you'll hear your super chat being read. Now, the super chat, it can't contain like bad words, so you got to work around it if you want to be funny. The minute you type a bad word, it does not read it, and that's
Aw.
for safety. Anthony set that up, so it's good.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to say something crazy, just be clever about it and work around it.
Who is it? Poor Venge. He donated. He's like, wait, it didn't say my.
Because he wrote cock-a-doodle-doo, and I guess cock is
yeah.
censored.
For ass, can you put AZZ? Like as?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
We'll
Yeah.
find out.
I guess somebody can test it if they
It
want. but
sounded
yeah,
like
if we set it
Arnold.
up-
Dude, that does not sound like Arnold in the least.
I'll spit my drink out. That was not Arnold.
Is it Gregory still?
It's Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory.
Gregory,
He's going through a bunch
Gregory is more like a Wayne's brother, not Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
So
Did
we
you-
came
did you guys
back.
get scared at all though? Like during the night? Because I
I
fell
was
asleep
knocked
and-
the fuck out.
I was knocked out, and the first one I honestly heard was Piggles like sent that one, and I heard it in my sleep, like in my dreams. I heard 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, and I was like, oh, this is scary. But then I remembered that I was in the shop, and I was like, oh, okay, and I went back to sleep because I was just still so tired. I mean, at that point, I was only asleep for
Hey,
like
man.
2.5 to 3 hours.
We made $71 just sleeping. So there you go. Living
That's
the dream.
amazing.
Yeah, they started to come in like around like 7-ish a.m. when people started to wake up, because me and Perry were going to sleep. We're like, nobody's going to come in here now and donate, but they'll probably come in the morning. And that's when they started to show up. So I think it was like a few other super chats, and I was finally awake because I saw that Perry was awake, and I was like, all right, I'll just get up now.
Well, shout out to Anthony for setting all this up because it's fun. It's fun to listen from the viewers about whatever they want to type in.
Yeah. Also, it was funny because like me and Perry were just going through all the voices. I was like, how about this one? What about this one? Like we kept going through ones, and we are just like, you know what? Let's stop at Gregory.
Gregory's the way to go.
Yeah. So that worked out.
Well, that's cool.
That is cool.
You know,
Yeah.
I took a picture on my way out of the green milk in the street, and it was still bright green when I left.
It's still green in the street. It was there tonight. It's not
That's
bright green,
disgusting.
but it's a stained green on in
Yeah,
the
it literally
street.
stained it. I was
Dude,
when I
if
was
you
noticing
drank
when I was
that, what would
putting that-
happen to the inside of you? Like, that's
I
not
mean,
good.
You turn into a chicken jockey. People are so freaking stupid. But yeah, that was definitely a crazy donation and a crazy video we had to shoot real quick outside because we weren't streaming outside this time around because it was a little, the weather was windy and it was, a little cloudy, so we're like, yeah, we'll do it inside. But it worked out.
The sleep complainers. It's starting a sleeping Twitch page. Hey man, if I'm gonna make
do
money like
exist.
that, I might as well sleep there every night.
They do exist.
We
those
are gonna
pages.
do another one of these at the end of the summer. So get ready.
That was fun. We had a lot of fun.
Because you guys did it the first night, but you didn't have the text to speech set up, but it was still like you still had it on. So I think that was cool just to test it, to make sure everything sounded good
Yeah.
and worked out.
I didn't go back and listen to see if you could hear Fred snoring, but he was loud.
Your wife
was
thought it
really
was
loud.
you.
Yeah, it wasn't me this time.
I was knocked out. When I take my heart pills at night, I take them before I go to sleep because they just knock you out.
Yeah, for Sunday, yeah, we went to Quick Check. It was like probably 3:30 at that point, and then we got back and then basically just set up the text to speech and the stream, the sleep stream. So
Right.
I went to put on the stream to watch you guys. I laid in my bed and I woke up and the phone was just like stuck to my face. I must have just like passed out because I was so tired. Because I never stay up that late. That was like the first time in years I
Yeah.
stayed up that late.
I stayed up late and then maybe got 4 hours, maybe. So it was definitely a little tired.
Yeah, I've been paying for that all week.
Yeah, once you get old, it's hard to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really, you have to like recover. Like I still like feel tired, but not as bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a busy weekend for me because then I had like her show Saturday night and then I had to drive in the morning. But thankfully I left at a good time Sunday, so it wasn't too bad. You guys got up probably an hour before I got there, so that worked out.
It was a good time. We definitely had fun with that.
Roman Reigns is in talks to play Akuma in a live-action Street Fighter movie. How is this happening? How is that possible?
You see what we did? We talked about movie adaptions, and look what happened now. Another
Yeah.
one.
Oh, there
You know what
go.
else is weird? Speaking of that, when you must have went inside or something, and me and Anthony were talking. It was when we were streaming, and we were talking about Rayman. And now I heard today they're working on a
Yes.
new Rayman. I'm like, what? Like,
Well,
we
I've been
just-
talking
Yeah.
about Rayman forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where's
I
he?
mean,
At?
We've always talked about it on the show, actually. We just are always like, yo, where the hell is it? I mean, they had the Legends game, right? And then that was on the Wii U and the Xbox and whatever, PlayStation. But
Rayman Origins.
or Origins. Sorry,
Origins
I-
and then Legends was the
these
next-
fucking subtitles.
No, it
Origins,
is-
Legends.
Yeah, it's Legend. It was Legends. You're right. I think right.
There's two. There's
When was the
Origins
first?
and
The
then-
first one was Origins, and then the second one was Legends, right?
Yes.
And
Yep.
Legends was on the Wii U. So Anthony was right.
Yeah.
I would love it to come back. I mean, again.
Well, they need
they're
to make
doing
simple
the same
games.
shit.
Like enough of these
Yeah.
fucking $100 million games. Like we just want to have
I know
fun.
people like the last Assassin's Creed, and I know Ubisoft is going to ride that train until they can't anymore.
Oh God.
But it would be cool for them to invest in, like you said, something that doesn't cost an arm and a leg to make. It doesn't have to be crazy. You know, it could just be
It
something
just has
more-
to be fun, and the people will show up. Just remember that, everyone.
They will,
It has to be fun.
especially for Rayman. Like that would be awesome to play again. So, at least bring them back into this decade. Like holy crap! Like we're fucking, you know, it's well over 10 years. So.
Yes.
And you know Ubisoft, and now will it take somebody to, you know, buy out Ubisoft to make this happen? I don't know, but if there is something happening sooner than later, that would be wise of them to do that. So
Well, every just to let everybody know, the screen goes black because I'm looking for stuff on the internet, and for some reason, Discord always has to be on top in order for it not to do that. So that's why, because I'm trying to find freaking information out. Anyway, chat room, text to speech is on. $2 super chats. We'll get the guy to read it. Our man Gregory will read it out for you.
Gregory,
In the chat, we'll be able to hear it.
Gregory's holding it down.
He's the fifth man in the show.
Yeah. But yeah, we hung out this weekend, like we just said. We did the 12th anniversary show, and then we built the PC afterwards.
Have you been,
So-
or obviously been messing with it? How's it been since you got home?
It's been good. It's been good. I haven't. I've just been like working on editing a review, and it's been really smooth. I got everything, like most of my stuff transferred over. There's still some files I got to move over on my external and move on to here. But I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on here, and it's fucking awesome. You know, I don't have a 4K monitor, but my monitor is 144 hertz, so I'm able to at least play it up to that. I remember when I was there, I was wondering what my monitor could actually handle, and it's not 4K, obviously. And 4K monitors are still like $500, $400. So like, I don't know if I'll necessarily get one right now, but it would be cool to. But I just yeah, as far as the display settings, I just have it on you know, the 144 and got an HDMI going through there, and yeah, it runs great, and editing on it's been smooth, and I still have to set up all my OBS stuff, so I'll probably be live with some stuff next week once I get everything.
How faster is it
fine-tuned.
to edit on that?
Very fast. I mean, you're talking like, you know, if like a 20, or I'm sorry, maybe like a 15-minute video took like, you know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, this does it in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like
What?
it's pretty quick. Yeah. Depending on the settings, obviously if you do 4K rendering, it does take longer, but I don't have 4K like footage basically. Like you can upscale to 4K and it's fine. I think like 4K, it does take a little bit of an adjustment, because I also think that if you have one 4K monitor and two 1080 monitors, it actually creates a lot of confusion, and just it's a little bit of a fuckery. And I'm not going to just get like 3 4K monitors. I'm not big balling like that. So, you know, I think eventually I'll do it, but you know, it's just they're expensive right now. So like, unless I wait for a holiday deal and I grab one, I'd like to. You know, it would be nice. Now, I do have a long HDMI cable that is 4K, and it can connect to my TV, which is 4K. So, in theory, I could just plug it into my TV and have some 4K gaming. I would just have to adjust my display settings once I go and run it to my TV. So, yeah, it's annoying. I got to run a cable, but it's 4K. I don't know. It's still something I can use. Like Perry, he uses a TV for his stuff. It's a 4K TV. I could basically do the same thing, except it's just across the room. So if I want to use keyboard and mouse, that's not happening. But if I'm playing something like Red Dead 2, I'm just going to play that on my TV because I can just sit on the couch. I can relax. The computer's behind me. I got my wireless controller, and the Bluetooth's nice. It's basically everything that I wanted for the PC, and more basically because it just feels so advanced. From what I was using. So the fact that it starts up in like 3 seconds is awesome. And, Windows 11 is pretty smooth. I'm getting used to it as well. So, yeah, I've just been taking the last few days to adjust a little bit with it and to get stuff on here. I'm just fine-tuning everything. And I just got Discord this evening, basically. So I'm just slowly getting like my stuff back and logged into, and my software is ready to go. Perry put the RetroArch on here, so now I got all the games that they're
You got everything.
so yeah, we're ready to go. So like I said, I'm going to start streaming probably next week, doing some stuff. So we'll see what happens. Might play some RE3 remake on PC. That'd be cool. I haven't returned to that game for a while, so I might as well crank it up on PC and play it. So yeah, it'll be really fun to check it out. And like I said, I've heard really bad things also about the new Elgatos. I've heard horror stories about how bad they are. So I'm also hesitant on that side
The
of things.
external one's really good. The internal one sucks because the internal one, it doesn't do what it doesn't do what the external one does. The external one does everything. The
Yeah.
internal one, that's supposed to be the same exact thing. It is not the same exact thing.
Yeah. So I will like
they
to
lied on
capture,
that front.
like, something in 4K eventually if I get one upgraded, but I still have my HD60. It still works. It's still fine.
Here we go.
Dreadpool donated $5 through Super Chat. Let's all sing along. Hi kids, do you like violence? Wanna watch me stick 9-inch nails through my eyelids? LOL.
It's Eminem.
LOL.
Thank you, Dreadpool, for the $5 super chat. You didn't have to do that, but there you go. Shout out to
Gregory
Dreadpool.
has such a good voice, he can sing.
I
So-
love it. I love that. So that's like the best thing ever.
It's cool that you don't have to like find.
Do you
want
want to know something funny about that song? When I first heard that song, I thought it was Chris Tucker singing it.
Because he has that voice.
And then freaking Judgy told me, hey, that's a white guy singing. I was like, that's no fucking white guy. Stop being stupid. And it was Eminem.
It's Eminem.
Because Chris Tucker was on fire. He had the Rush Hour movie. He had Friday. I was like, oh, I guess he's a rapper now. It was not Chris Tucker. There you go.
That's funny.
Very strange.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dreadpool.
Thank you, Dreadpool. You didn't have to do that, but again, thank you. Appreciate it. But Texas Speech is on, everybody. I have the internal Elgato 1080p works well. It can take 4K input. Yeah, the new the 4K one though I have. It's not. It's more stable than that AverMedia thing was. But again, I didn't have the internal AverMedia. I had the external one.
Yeah.
But the AverMedia did a lot more than the Elgato. So,
Yeah,
maybe I bought that. The reason why I bought a motherboard with 2 slots was because I'm going to eventually put a capture card in it at work with that new computer. I'm probably going to try out the AverMedia, the internal one, and see how that goes. Because Elgato, I mean, what are they doing, man? Like, they screwed up with this whole thing.
No, I agree. I've liked them less and less. So I just think something like this needs to be,
AverMedia's been around longer too.
it's a fair point.
He said fuck
Yeah.
pool? Oh man. Like, dude, what are you doing, RWK? You always get in a fight with Dreadpool.
He always has to start something.
This guy could pick you up and throw you across the fucking farmhouse that you got.
Dude, his beard is like venom. It's just
He's
gonna
gonna be
pick
like
him up
Jack
with the
Baker.
beard.
He's just gonna throw him across the wall and shit. But yeah, like
Waiting for an update or an upgrade over the newest Avermedia, says Dreadpool. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit because they're still expensive, man. Those things are like still $240. Even the Elgato one, the internal one is expensive, and the internal one is less than the Avermedia. So,
well, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like I'm hesitant to upgrade until I find out more. I'm still fine.
just wait. The longer you wait,
Yeah.
the better. I look at the computer. You waited 12 years. You got the vast computer going right now. So,
Well, that's the thing. I still have a good capture card. Obviously, I can capture stuff internally through OBS, if I want to record PC stuff or stream PC stuff. So I'm okay right now. And I still have my adapters for my other consoles if I hook them up. So like all of it will work just as is, and that's fine. So yeah, it's cool to have stuff that's new and it works and there's no problems, and yeah, I was recording footage on it, and it looks good. It runs good. So, good stuff. And
Just
yeah, I'm
damage
excited to just
controlling.
play. What's that?
just damage controlling.
Damage controlling.
There's nothing to damage control.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Um,
You're watching the game of Satan, Doom the Dark Ages, being played right now.
not Doom the Dark Ages.
Dude, how come there's a guy that looks like Satan and it's totally not
Oh.
Satan? Like, what is with this game?
I think he's like a prince or something. I watched like a whole.
Who is he?
Video
Prince
on the
Satan?
lore
How
of
is there Prince Satan? Like, how does this work?
Satan.
I watched the whole thing about this. There's like videos online. I didn't know there was so much more to Doom. I thought you just run around and shoot stuff, but apparently there's like a whole big story to it.
You told me that he's in hell, but he's not in hell.
So at the end of Doom 64, he goes to hell, and then he's in hell, and he goes through this portal, and then that's when he ends up on this planet that's being invaded by the demons. And so the maker guys like take him and are like, "Yo, you're gonna fight for us because you are really good at fighting demons." And so that's why he's like working for those
I thought,
guys. And
wait a minute. So we're working our way backwards, you said, right?
this is right after Doom 64, and it's gonna lead up to the 2016.
What about
one.
Eternal? When did Eternal happen?
That's after the 2016 one. So
Okay.
that's like the latest one.
So it's Doom 64, this game, then 2016, then Eternal.
Yeah, and they said they're probably going to put another game after this one, like in between this one and 2016. So there will probably be like 2 games that lead up to it. But yeah, that's right. It's right after Doom 64.
Okay.
This one.
Just so everyone is kind of clear on this. This is like a Zelda timeline issue. By the
Yeah,
way,
I
I
don't
was
know why they did that.
By the way, I was playing with the trainer cheat codes on PC, and I couldn't kill these guys until I turned one of the trainer cheats off. That's why I'm stuck here at this level. Just to let everybody know. And by the way, those trainers work on Xbox. So you blocked you blocked all those controller adapters for nothing, you dumb fucks.
You were getting all the achievements. I'm like, that's amazing. Like, you could just do it to get the achievements.
Right, and it pops up on your console too. So shout out to Xbox for being fucking dumb. As usual.
Yeah, does that really shock you?
No.
This game is awesome, though. We talked about it last night, but it's a good game.
This game is great. We were on Gaming After Dark last night. Frank was a guest.
I still got to install it and play it.
This game is great. Yeah, you got to check it out. What sucks is I have it on Steam, but I'm already like 4 chapters in on Xbox, or you know what I mean, on their Game Pass app on PC.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I start over on Steam or do I just power through on Xbox and get the achievements?
Apparently, there's a lot of chapters, like 22 chapters.
And it's 22 chapters.
I'm nowhere near because I was with you guys all weekend, and then
Right.
I was home, and then last
I've
night
been
I
wanting to
went on
play it
that.
the last 2 nights, but I just haven't had the time. I had to get a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff done. I had to go get the cat food. I had to go to work, get some stuff done over there. I had to sleep. That was a big
it's
thing.
it's literally like coming back from vacation, just us hanging out because you have to like catch up on everything and you're like tired. It's like getting back into the grind. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Now
she
that
went
we're
away
old.
for work, so she'll be back tomorrow. But she was away, so I had to go get cat food for these cats and do all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, I want to check out Doom. I could always just get like PC Game Pass or something for a month, just try it out.
What? You're getting Game Pass? How dare you buy Game Pass?
I'm not
You're
allowed.
putting money in Phil Spencer's pocket.
Right in his pocket.
Yeah, dude, you know what I find funny? I can't even say this on the air. We went from the bad guy in Wolfenstein to Satan. Like, how does this happen?
I don't know.
And how come that guy's not with Satan? Like, how is this not like, since it all connects, right?
Hey, that would be awesome if they did that.
What if he is Satan?
Oh, that would be such a cool crossover. Well, it's not even really a crossover.
It's not a crossover. It's all canon.
Yeah, because Doomslayer is BJ Blazkowicz's grandson, so it could
Right.
totally work.
The
Like he's gonna get revenge on the line.
BJ's the second daughter, right? Or there were twins, right?
Yeah,
That Doom guy is her son, right?
right.
So
That would be cool though, because it's like I'm getting revenge on your bloodline because you sent me here. Like that would be awesome if they tied that in. Why don't they do that?
well, Commander Keen is part of this whole situation too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's I don't know how he's related. He's somebody's something. I can't believe there's this much lore about this stuff. These were just little
What if Doom
computer
guy
games.
is Commander Keen?
Wait, hold on, let me look this up.
The
This Doom
Darkness
guy.
Cold Pool. I reserve Onimusha 2 Remaster. Wasn't aware of Pinocchio game of Onimusha 3 until today. Wow.
Okay, he's Blazkowicz is his great grandfather, so it's that daughter's kid's kid.
Okay.
So, and then Commander Keen. Well, let me look that up.
He's very keen. Who is he?
Are
Very
related
cool
in
cat.
the lore, though the connection is not always explicitly stated. BJ Blazkowicz is the great grandfather of Doom Guy. Commander Keen, real name Billy Blaze, whatever. Oh, is the grandson of BJ Blazkowicz and the father of Doom Guy. Okay. So there you go. So they're all related.
Okay, so
Commander Keen got off easy.
Commander Keen is. Wait a minute. He's okay. He's the daughter's son.
Yes. Yes. And
Okay.
the father of Doom Guy. Dude, he could dodge the bullet because he could went right in between the horrible things that happened.
Well, they might make an R-rated Commander Keen game.
He's like in space with xenomorphs and stuff. It's like
Maybe
graphic
he's
and
a
gory.
Quake guy.
Maybe. That's
So-
hilarious because he's like a little shrimp, and these other guys are big, buff, like mean guys.
I don't know. So Master Cheeks is Doom Guy's great grandson. Yeah, you didn't know that? Cheeks? Oh yeah.
Not Master Chief.
You don't want to know about that, Brian.
That's something different.
Explicit photo that we saw.
Well, the Halo series, this guy takes his underwear off. Like, what's going on with all that? Nobody wants to see that.
That's true. Ugh.
So this
That's
guy is Commander Keen's son.
No, Doom Guy's father is Commander Keen.
Yes. That's what I
Yeah.
said. This guy, the Doom guy, is Commander Keen's son.
Yeah, which is crazy. How did he learn to be badass from Commander Keen?
That's well, they're gonna have to reboot Commander Keen as like this crazy game.
I hope they do. That'd be so
I'm
funny.
not a Halo guy. Good. You didn't see those cheeks then. Quite incestuous and busy family. Oh shit.
Oh God.
I don't know, Jeff M. I have no idea. I knew everybody was related, but I don't know. Duke Nukem needs to come back. Yeah, we'll talk about him in a little bit.
He should be the uncle if they ever buy him. Crazy uncle.
Yeah, but he can't because they already showed the Doom guy in Duke Nukem.
Oh.
You can find the Doomslayer dead. Okay.
Jeez.
He wasn't called Doomslayer until like the 2016, all right? He was always Doom guy,
Right.
okay? You find Doom guy dead in Duke Nukem 3D. You find him on the pipe. They literally stole the sprite from the game and put it in Duke Nukem. He's dead on the pole, the pike or whatever. And he goes, man, that's one fuck space marine. No. He goes, that's one doomed space marine. Like
Oh.
doomed space marine. And just like the Halo armor is in Duke Nukem Forever, he goes, power armor's for pussies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I miss that. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll talk about who's running that show. We'll talk about that asshole in a minute.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. We were just talking about Borderlands too.
Doom guy
Over
and
the weekend.
Uncle Duke Nukem.
Damn.
Crazy Uncle Duke Nukem.
We might as well talk about it now. This asshole, Randy Pitchford, this rich prick motherfucker.
I
Somebody-
liked your shoot on him
Oh yeah.
last night on the show.
I mean, I'm not wrong, and I can say whatever I
No.
want at this point because who cares? The guy's a fucking first class asshole anyway. Leaving flash drives in supermarkets and shit. Not supermarkets, in diners and everything. He probably left them in supermarkets too. Let's not kid ourselves. This guy's a
That's
lunatic.
true.
I don't know how this guy is still in the gaming space. All the crazy shit this guy's done. Yeah, he basically, somebody asked like, "Hey, I hope Borderlands isn't $80," and he goes, "It's not up to me, but if it is, you'll figure out a way to play it and buy it. I had to figure out a way how to buy these games." Blah blah blah. He said some game on Genesis was like $90, and I'm like, is this guy Canadian? Because like that's like Canadian pricing from back in the day.
I don't know if
Can
he
you
is.
look if he's Canadian?
I'm looking. Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to talk about these fucking idiots on Twitter, okay? They're posting the Canadian 90s ads from like KB and Toys R Us, and they're like, see, these games were expensive back then. And I'm like, this is the Canadian ad, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's like you're
This is
even
not the
pulling from
United
right
States ad.
No,
Yeah,
he's from here.
He's from here?
Yeah, he was born in Virginia.
Well,
so he's
what?
just bullshit.
Well, no one. He's a fucking idiot. Anyway, Virginia Ham. Come on. What game was he saying that was like $90?
Let me look. I could pull it up on. He
I was gonna
tweeted
say,
it.
I actually
Anyway,
have to look at
these other guys on
order.
Twitter, they're posting the Canadian ads from back in the day. And they're like, oh, and it's like, guys, like it's completely different. Okay. Just getting tired of this stuff. Stop trying to
Well,
justify corporations robbing us. That's why they're robbing us, because you're defending them, you fucks.
Wait, did he take the tweet down? I'm trying to see if it's here.
Fuck
Oh,
that
wait.
guy. Just find a tweet from somewhere. Somebody else posted
left-
it like 10
He
times.
left it. Not my call. If you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991. And I was just at a high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor, and I found a way to make it happen.
Yeah. That means he probably rented it from Blockbuster like everybody else did.
Yeah, back then you could.
Listen to me. And a lot of people don't realize this because they're armchair quarterbacking all this bullshit. We rented games in the 90s, you fucks. We didn't buy a game that came out every day. We started doing that 20 years ago with the 360, okay? You know why? Because they were more affordable. Games were $40 to $50. Rarely they were 60, okay? Then they jumped up to 60. Now they're jumping up to 70 in the last few years. Now they're jumping up to 80 this year. But you have to understand something. Back in those days when those games were expensive, we rented them. Oh, hang on.
Dreadpool donated $2 through Super Chat. Duke Nukem supporting digital single mom since 91.
Ooh. Well, thank you again for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that, Dreadpool.
Thank you, Gregory, for saying whatever they want you to say.
Digital single moms. There you go. Well, listen, we rented games, okay? I got like 3 games a year, if even, okay, back in the day, because games were pretty expensive. But not everyone ran out and bought them. Nobody could afford that shit. Like I said, in the last 20 years, games have been more affordable because we, the adults, we now have jobs. We now have access to money that we can go out and spend it on these games. When we were kids, we couldn't buy those games. Are you kidding me? Our parents couldn't buy those games. It was a different time.
Now it's even harder just to keep up with spending money on games because it's expensive.
Well,
So,
back then, I mean, listen, you had your phone bill. You had cable bill. The cable bill was like $25 a fucking month. Now it's $425 a month.
yeah.
Now you had a phone
$4
bill. The
bill.
phone cost you $15 a month, or $9.99 a month, whatever it was for our landline. Now the fucking cell phone costs you like $75 a fucking month. Don't you understand? All this stuff went up over time because technology got better. We didn't pay for the internet every month. You used to buy hours on the internet. I know that's a hard concept today. You would buy like a couple hours for $5 on AOL or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's I understand like what he's trying to say, but it did not come out right.
Well, yeah, you make it happen. Okay, fuckface. You know what he just said? That was a challenge to all the community to go pirate the game.
Oh,
That was a challenge to all these guys to hack the game, to get the Nouveau off that thing and hack it and pirate it. That's the problem, man. You don't say shit like that because you had people excited for this game. Now you just cut off half the people. When you say stuff like that, people go, well, you know what? If this guy's going to be tone deaf and an asshole, I'm not going to support that.
He was already a huge jerk that people don't.
He's a
like. So
fucking
now it's
idiot.
just-
Like, I don't know. Again, Chris Hansen needs to pay that guy a fucking visit because I don't know how that guy's still in gaming. So, allegedly, what was on that guy's flash drive? I don't know, man. Everyone's saying that was some fucked up shit. Anyway, you can't be tone deaf. He's a multimillionaire saying that shit. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Well, and we said it last night that game better be perfect the day it comes out, because if you're saying all this stuff that we need to run out and buy it for $80 and it's going to be this game, better be perfect.
Well, that's right. If it's broken, like all these games come out broken today, and you're saying that it could be $80 or whatever, and you'll find a way to get the money, dude, you just fucked yourself. Don't say stuff like that. Why can't these guys just shut up?
Yeah.
You never can shut up ever.
Yeah, you can't just say shit and before a game comes out, and now it's just like, yeah, if that game has problems day one, you're not going to hear the end of it because you're just
You
you're
said
not. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
No, I was just saying, yeah, like you're just not gonna win people over by saying shit like that. It's just not how it works.
Oh, you're gonna lose people.
Yeah.
There were people excited for this game. Now, again, when you say stuff like that, you're gonna cut off half the audience. So I hope it was worth it because you're gonna jack the price up and get less people buying it already because it's $80. But then you turn around and have that attitude, then you're gonna get people saying, "Yo, fuck this. I'll wait like 3 months until it's like $20."
There's a way to do it. Like you said it perfectly
Yeah.
last night.
There's a way to
Like,
do it. Shut up.
Will you come on it if you're gonna say anything at all? Be like, hey, we're trying to deliver this great game. It's gonna
Yeah,
cost.
pretend like you're on the side of the consumer. But all these guys have big egos, bigger than their asses, and they're turning around saying stupid shit, thinking they're gonna get away with it. And then you know what, man? Fuck these idiots that defend these guys online, okay? Because we go, well, you know, he's not wrong because blah blah blah. No, fuck off. Fuck you and shut up. So with these fucking blowhards online defending these corporations and these companies, I've had enough of this stuff. These games are like, if you go see a movie, should movie prices be $75 per ticket?
No way.
Well, the movie costs us $100 million to make, and you know, dude, they can't do that. No one's gonna go to the movie theater. But then you're going to get 5 fucking fat slobs on the internet going, the movie industry is correct because blah, blah, blah. There he is. There's Satan over, fake Satan.
Fake Satan.
Anyway, yeah, so screw this guy. I'm really sick of this shit. And I hope nobody buys the game, and I hope he eats his words. Kind of like your boy Cliffy B over there.
Oh, what?
And by the way, remember Godfall was only on PS5?
Mm-hmm.
And Randy Pitchford said, "Oh yeah, nobody plays Xbox, so we're not putting it on there." Guess what? Nobody bought it on PlayStation. He had to put it on Xbox. Nobody bought it there either. The guy's a first-class slob. So screw him. Remember Phil Spencer was going to buy Gearbox? And the whole thing was, if they bought it, Randy Pitchford would have to leave. They were going to pay him out and get him out of there, and he said no. So they didn't buy it. We probably would have had a Duke Nukem game at some point. And Duke Nukem would have finally been with all the 90s shooters. It would have been in that whole collection that Microsoft's got. But no. All because Randy Pitchford.
Who nobody likes anyway. Like, that's what's so funny. Like, nobody cares about this guy. He just weaseled his way up to the top of the company, and now they can't get rid of him. He's like locked in.
Oh yeah, because Tencent, didn't they acquire Gearbox?
Something like that. Because he's like the CEO of the
Yeah,
whole
he's not going
thing
anywhere.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's like with UFC with Dana White. Like another company owns it, but he's still the head guy, and same thing with Triple H over there.
Yeah.
For now.
What?
I looked up this guy.
There's a number, Triple H. Go ahead.
I looked up the fake Satan. His name's Prince Azrock. It says he's a central villain in Doom: The Dark Ages. Little is known about him besides the fact that he's young and in the process of rising through Hell's ranks. So is he Phil Spencer?
Is he? Does he make ASRock motherboards? Is that why they're always blowing up on people?
Yes. That's literally all it says about him. He has an overall form of a human, but it has demonic features.
When do
including
we
a
fight the devil? Like, when does this happen? Which Doom game is the devil going to be in?
I don't know. Like, this guy, I thought maybe they were going to be like, this is the devil's son or something, but it's just some guy.
You have
Like,
to understand, this was them accidentally opening the slip gates to hell. And now this is like the Halo universe with these fucking like hell guys. Like, what the hell's going on here? It's supposed to be demons, like scary demons.
I'm looking it up if you ever fight Satan in Doom, because I never played like 64.
Just Google,
but
when will we fight Satan in Doom?
in main Doom games, you don't directly fight Satan. It's like you have a variety of powerful demonic entities. And the final boss in
You're
some
getting
Doom-
close. But not
Well,
exactly.
in Wolfenstein, you go right to the source at the end, right? Why can't you do
Yeah.
that with the Doom games?
Maybe that's where they're gonna go at the end of.
Yeah, in another 45 years, I won't be here anymore. He'll finally fight Satan.
Somebody, I found this like forum post about it, and somebody wrote, "Yeah, he exists probably. If he does, he's hiding like a bitch for obvious reasons." It's like so stupid. Who would write this? Yeah, I don't know. We've never seen him apparently in the games, so
Yeah, but if you kill Satan, it just goes back to hell, right?
Well, that's what's so funny because as he's killing the demons, won't they just keep pouring out of the portal? It's like, where are they gonna go? Like,
Right.
remember South Park said that? Where's he gonna go? Like, that's it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
In-game sightings. Images can be found throughout the series. He's mentioned in the strategy guide. I don't know.
Talk to Speech is on for $2 on Super Chat. If you Super Chat $2 or more, you get to write whatever you want, and the guy will read it. The guy Gregory. Just like Dreadpool, he Super Chatted a couple of times, and Frank and I also Super Chatted. So there you go. You know what I mean? We already made $345, so tonight's a good night.
What?
When?
Rewind the stream, you missed it.
Yeah, I must have walked away.
Yeah.
The
busy
browser
eating
keeps
Dunkin' Donuts
crashing on
pizza.
YouTube.
Yeah, because it, for whatever reason, it eats all your resources. It goes up to like 30 gigs and then it crashes.
So annoying.
It's a glitch in YouTube and they won't fix it. Because Google, why would they fix anything?
It's a memory leak.
It's something. What else do we
Yeah,
have
there's-
going on here tonight?
Well, we talked about Resident Evil potentially being at the Summer Game Fest. And it's like we didn't really have much craziness with news when we did the 12th anniversary show. We just kind of made it happen. We obviously talked about Xbox already, stepping on another rake.
Every week.
So next week's the 600th show. We actually miscounted because I didn't realize we were going to number the 12th anniversary.
So wait a
Forgot
minute.
about that.
Next week, the 600 show is going to be on Wednesday then, right?
Well, I have me and Callie have a concert that Wednesday. So maybe we could do it Monday. I didn't know originally because I thought Wednesday was $5.99 and not 600. So I was, yeah. So I guess we numbered the last one.
So we're doing the next two shows on a Monday.
Yeah, I'm okay with that if you guys are. It's no problem.
I'm okay with that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that, like, you know, the 600. I thought the same things. We counted it as if, like, the anniversary show wasn't going to be numbered. So next week technically was going to be
Okay,
$5.99.
Felix Unger. You're gonna send us a schedule of all the fucking shit you're doing for the rest of the year, and then we're gonna book around it. If
Well, this
you've
is just the
seen
only-
The Odd Couple 2, he puts the pad down. He goes, Felix, I want to know when you're gonna shit, when you're gonna fart, when you're gonna cry.
What the?
Well, this was a flub because I
Watch
didn't
The
realize
Odd
we
Couple
were-
2, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say we all agreed that next week was going to be $5.99, and then the week after that was going to be 600. It's just we didn't know that the anniversary show was going to be numbered. I don't even know if it was numbered last year.
It was
I
numbered.
couldn't even tell you. Okay. So we weren't counting that. So
Yeah, and then
that's where that
next
mistake
week-
happened.
then the following week is the Switch, so we can we're going to be live anyway at that.
Yeah.
Too. So
Don't worry, I'm not trying to pull a Fred. I promise.
Well, how about we do this? We'll do a Monday show to get him out of the way, and then we're doing a Wednesday show anyway.
Well, but we also have a Tuesday show next week.
Well, at that point, like, again, I don't. It's not a big deal. Like, we don't have to go Monday, but it's whatever.
No, we do because you have to be here for 600, so it has to be Monday. Has to be done.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys still want to do something Wednesday, I'm not stopping. I'm not going to stop anybody. You know what I mean? I literally am going to be gone for this and then the UK, and then I'll be back. And obviously, the week I leave, we're doing it on that Monday because
Yeah, because
that's what we talked about. Because you guys are going to get the Switch, and then
That's fine. I'm down for whatever you want to do.
yeah, like I'll be gone for that Wednesday when I'm away in the UK. Like that's the only other Wednesday that I'm, you know, but I could see if Nick can fill in for that show. You know what I mean? So the week of the 11th, when we have the show that Wednesday, that's when I'll be in the UK. So obviously I'll get Nick to go on that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to pull a Fred. I'm just trying to let you know that we miscalculated, all three of us talking about it. We didn't think that was 600.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We were still going to do that Wednesday anyway
Yeah.
because you weren't going away. You're going away on
I'm not going
the
away.
following
I'm just
week.
going to a show. I'll just be in Philly.
Right, but we thought that was going to be the week that you were leaving for the UK.
Right.
That's how
That's
we
the following
miscalculated. We didn't know you were going to a concert this coming Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, but if it was $5.99 next week, I would have just been like, listen, if I can't do this one, I could still do 600. Now we're just doing 600 early on a Monday.
Yeah, but you never told us that this week you were going to go to a concert. That's what I'm trying to say. We knew that you were going away next week,
Yes.
but we didn't know that you had another concert on another Wednesday. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, again, I wanted to let you know as soon as I knew. You know what I mean? I just wasn't trying
When did
to-
you get tickets for this concert? Yesterday? Today?
A few days ago.
Okay.
But yeah, like I wanted to like just talk to you about it, whether before the show, but I was doing all the other shit on the, because I talked to Frank about it, because I was like, yeah, I have a show before you join the Discord. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, try to just see what we could do, and then I was trying to get my shit running.
All right, so
before
we'll do 2
and be able to
Mondays.
go live.
Although Nick is going to get mad, but what are you going to do? There's nothing going on in wrestling anyway. Wrestling sucks right now. He's going to have to deal with it.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure the chat knew what was going on, so they're not like, "Where are you guys?" Or like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, but
yeah,
that's
again,
fine. Yeah,
it
and then
is
we'll
what-
figure out if we'll do something Wednesday or whatever. We'll talk about it and we'll let everyone know. But yeah, so 600 is going to be on Monday, next Monday, this coming Monday,
Yes.
just
So
so everyone knows.
Doing 2 Mondays in a row. You know what? Maybe we'll do Wednesday anyway. Well, maybe Fred will be around. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. This guy's got an excuse every fucking day now. So let's see.
Yeah, we'll work it
Yeah.
out. Just
Well, that's-
we'll talk
yeah.
among ourselves.
Call him
after,
Flaker
but yeah.
Fred. Fred the Flaker at this point.
And then the following week is going to be, that's the big week. That's
Double
the week we're
F.
hanging out, the week of the Switch. We're going to be doing stuff all week. So get ready for that.
yeah, literally in my phone, I still have Game Complainer 600 on June 2nd. So let me delete that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
sorry,
gonna be-
everybody.
Yeah,
gonna
that'll
be
be
good.
601 or 602, depending on whatever we do here.
right. Yeah. So
that'll
you guys
be a
will-
Monday.
You guys know, show up that Monday for 600.
Yes.
Duke Nukem supporting. Okay, I read that already. Is the chat room still going? What's going on? Is everyone asleep? Everybody listening? What's going on here?
Did it freeze? Let me refresh.
I don't think it froze because it would be on both of our ends, and that's impossible. Once both of our browsers crashed.
The last thing I see is have Fred do a Wednesday show by himself. What? How's he gonna do that?
Fred's gonna have to do an apology show by himself.
The apology tour.
Maybe. Speaking of Fred, we have footage of Fred. Where's the chat? Hold on, why is the chat over here?
Yeah,
they
I
get-
saw the hilarious photos that you guys were making. That was so funny.
Dude, he was sitting in the whatever. He was sitting down at graduation looking at the photos. Because we were like, there's no way he has his phone on him. And then we saw he looked at him. Like, oh shit, he's sitting there at graduation looking at these photos.
Yeah. Because we pulled up the stream, thankfully, at the right time, and then we captured it, and then like that was the face he was making, and he was like, he looks like he's a wrestler. He's coming out like. To
Well,
the
he
ring or
comes
whatever.
out and it looks like he's like yelling. We're going to show it right now. Here we go.
He looked really confused though, and
There he is. The only 30-year-old man or I'm sorry, 29-year-old man.
Yes, Dread. He is running out of liquids to pour on his head. The green milk was
You
was
see,
poured on the
I'm not
anniversary show.
I'm not getting the chat. Oh yeah, we froze on my end.
YouTube sucks so badly. Like, there's always problems with it.
Hold on, everyone.
They have all this money and they can't fix their.
I'm just watching the video.
Why does he look so out of place in the video?
He looks like
Like
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I was thinking it was like Mr. Bean, like looking around, not knowing where he's
And then
at.
he does the wave when he finally.
Well, when he
finds his
comes out,
family.
he looks like he's like yawning, like a WrestleMania entrance,
Oh yeah,
like
I
the
see.
gimmick battle royale or whatever they had back in the day.
That's so funny.
All right, now I can see everybody. I can see JD in here. I can see the waving. I can see Bryant. Bryant says he's going to sleep soon. Well, all right, no problem, buddy. Get some sleep. I got to get sleep after this, even though I got to eat some. Fred is running out of liquids to pour in his head. JD, what's up? How's Amy doing, man? Shout out to JD and Amy. They're awesome people.
Hell yeah! Shout out to them, and Fred waving in the crowd.
This is so funny. He's just like, where am I? How did I get here?
Are Dreadpool and RWK waving back to him? Stevie Mac is still here. All right, cool.
And also, if we wanted to watch him actually get to the stage, we would have been there all day. Me and Perry kept looking back at the stream, and there was still like 3 people talking. There was people playing bagpipes and shit. It was like
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
thing. I was like, dude, this is gonna be like 6 hours.
And
long.
by the
Jeff
way,
Daly hosting it?
him walking,
Yeah.
my wife and I had to find him walking because they separated people into groups and the names were not alphabetical.
Oh God,
Oh my God, why?
talk about organized.
It's supposed to be a college. It's like,
Yeah.
gee,
And there he is walking down to the Grand Wizard over here. Or whatever these guys are called.
I like how Perry's like everybody looks the same. They either got glasses and beards.
Okay, there
or
were
they-
a lot of guys that looked exactly the same, just like the style.
I actually didn't see
That's Fred,
Fred meeting the Great Wizard. I haven't seen it
55
yet.
years old and finally graduating here.
why does the guy have a huge medallion?
I don't
What is
know.
that? What the hell?
Maybe he's one
Yeah,
of
he
these
looks-
Xbox guys. Maybe that's an Xbox chain.
I haven't actually seen this footage yet. I haven't seen him meet the Great
Powder?
Wizard.
You know, we were going to watch Powder Dreadpool the other night, but then Fred left. Yeah, we'll watch him again. I didn't loop that one for some reason.
The Great Wizard.
Isn't that the guy from the end of Mario 3?
Yeah.
The father
Could be.
or whatever. Funny.
I like how it goes from him.
You know what you
graduating
just
to
did, Frank? You just fucked this whole thing up now because now I got to play the Mario 3 music where you go visit the guy and he's like transformed.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's him though. It looks like it. What's that guy?
Is that
the
an
king of
Xbox
Mushroom
medallion?
King.
Is this guy also staying on Game Pass? What's going on here?
Are they
Mushroom-
sending him free consoles?
Maybe.
He looks like he can use that medallion as a fucking weapon. If someone fucks with him, he could just fucking take that shit
Well,
off.
he's
and
got to
start-
be. That's got to be the medallion from Mortal Kombat 4. That's got to be Quan Chi's medallion.
All his power is in there.
You know, that could be Shinnok.
I mean, it's always possible. Maybe that's why Fred came in looking all scared. He wasn't ready to take on.
Wasn't ready for the
shit.
power of Shinnok. Dude in the left screen ignored Fred. Well, yeah, I mean, Fred's like twice the guy's age. Right there. Yeah, I see it right there. This guy. He gives Fred the middle finger. Look at this. Hey, man, fuck you. And he walks right past him. Right here.
Why did
He gives him the middle finger right there. Oh man.
why did Fred's picture take so long too? Like it took longer than anyone else's.
He's wearing medallion from Double Dragon the movie. Oh man, I would have to rewatch that. I had that on Blu-ray.
Son of a
So funny.
bitch.
Did they give Fred the cracker?
What?
He had to put the cracker in his mouth and then drink the blood. I mean, what's going on here?
Drink the blood.
Wait, that's confirmation. Never mind.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right?
Same thing.
Well, now he can't use the excuse that he's at work at school all night because now he's graduated. So
Come up with something. Don't worry.
maybe
Now
that's
it's
why
just
he
the
needed
person
the
he's
night
holding
off
captive.
to come up with a bunch of plans on how to get out of it.
He's
He's too busy holding
brainstorming.
people captive.
Did that guy pet him on the ass? What's going on here? Hold up. They take a photo
Yeah, he goes like this.
and then he pats his ass.
Why would he do that? Go get him. Yeah, there he did. He totally did.
The Great Wizard is feeling a certain
No,
way.
he straight up right here. Wait. Yeah, he. Oh my god.
That's a lawsuit, Fred.
Canceled.
See, that'll
Get
pay
your
for your
student
college
loans
tuition
paid.
right there.
Yeah.
You touch your ass, Fred. You see, this is why he should have been on tonight to explain to us what the hell was going on here.
What that slap felt.
We're gonna
like.
have to talk about this next week.
Yep.
Did he nut check him with you? Whoa. What are we doing here, Dreadpool? Okay, his hand is over there.
So ridiculous.
No, he did not use the other hand. Ass pat and nut. imagine he squeezed Fred's balls like live at the graduation.
Good luck, buddy. Why did he slap his ass though?
I don't know. Fred should have knocked his hat off.
I don't see his hand hitting his ass though. He's like in the way.
What if there was just a brain under there? Like he has nothing. That's like part of his head.
Well, he knocks the hat off and the guy slugs him right in the fucking face. That'd be the funniest. Dude, that'd be the funniest graduation shit ever.
But I don't see him hitting his ass though with his hand.
If you watch it like
Right
full
there.
thing, he definitely slaps his ass.
I don't see it.
At the end of the
He's
frame.
got to come back. He's got to come on here at some point and talk about this.
I don't see it.
Well, there you go.
What did you guys go back in the archive and watch it?
Right there, he
Did you see
slaps
the-
his ass as he walks away with a hand up.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I see when he slaps his nuts now. It's like right after the ass.
Wait,
slap.
what do you mean he slaps his nuts? I got to go back
I
to
see-
this again.
Right after the ass slap, he slaps his nuts really quick. He's just like,
I didn't see that. He slapped his ass. Oh, okay. As he's walking by,
yeah, he slaps.
he gave his nuts a high five. I see it now. As he's walking off camera, the guy gave his nuts a high five. Boom, right there. Why is this guy slapping students around? He thinks it's the
going
last
through
day, so he
college.
won't get in trouble, right? Well, we got it on
He's been
film,
waiting to-
buddy.
He's been waiting to do that to Fred for 4 years. He whispered to him, "I'll miss you, baby." He left.
Oh God.
That guy's gonna play Three Doors Down when he gets home. Yeah, he totally hit him in the nuts. He slapped
Oh
his
my
nuts.
God.
Look at that.
So funny.
Slap nuts. Boom. Right there. Fred should have grabbed the guitar and fucking hit him with it. slap. Here we go. Right here. Spank and slap. What am I hearing? You're not watching. Spank.
And he really
slap.
did, because his hand got stuck for a minute. It didn't just come straight down. It hit the nuts, delaying the hand.
Yeah,
from
well,
coming down.
Fred's
So he
freaking
totally did that.
dong fucking blocked his hand. That's why.
And then he doesn't know what to do with his hands because he's like, "Oh, I have like nut juice."
I don't
on
know,
my
Fred.
hand."
If you're watching this, you gotta explain what the hell happened here. You might be able to get some money, man.
Like we're creating this whole lore that just didn't
Hey,
happen.
he graduated college. Now he can pay for his tuition, right? That lawsuit's gonna give him a shit ton of money over here.
I mean,
He looks like a Houdini. Oh wow, come on, are we really going there, Cam?
He's the guy from Mario.
Houdini.
What the fuck?
That's
Oh.
that's what TTS is for, Cam. He was
Not even
upset
Harry
he
Houdini
couldn't-
look at that.
He couldn't part Fred's hair. Oh man,
Thank God he shared this with us.
Assgate. He didn't share anything with us.
Oh, he
I
gave us the
capped
link,
this.
right?
So when did you get this footage? Because when I left, he wasn't even up on the stage yet.
I went back and my wife and I looked for him to walk out. And then I went back and I got him walking out this way because me and you saw him walk out like fucking WrestleMania 17 over there.
Yeah, go to his
Right
chair.
here.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah,
hit
why
us
is his
because
mouth open? He's like, as he's walking out.
it's-
This is why I wanted him on the show tonight, but he was being weird. So I was like, all right.
He was being weird.
He was like, well, I have a wedding to go to. I was like, well, thanks for telling me.
Well, he said he had 2 weddings back to back.
Okay, but he didn't tell me that for the show. He told you guys that when I wasn't around.
Well, and he said it was on the weekend or something.
Yeah, that's all he said. He didn't even
Because the
make it seem like
rehearsal
there
dinner
a
was tonight. That's why he couldn't make it tonight. But this
Had a
is why I
mouth
had
like
the
a
footage
catfish.
ready because I wanted him to come on here and explain what was going on. We're gonna have to do this next week. So the footage, the mystery remains of this guy slapped his nuts in his ass.
I want full blown conspiracy videos with like measuring and everything to see if this really happened or not.
Got to play the Unsolved Mysteries song while this
Oh
is
my God.
being played.
Did Fred get
Played.
slapped in the ass?
It's a rehearsal dinner on a Wednesday, apparently. Wolfman. Yeah.
But why is he
The
looking around like he
rehearsal
doesn't know
dinner,
where he
yeah.
is?
Well, if they're getting married Friday, it makes sense.
Oh no, Cam. He did not know we were like recording. He might have thought we were watching the stream, but
You don't understand. Like if you watch the other stream in real time, we cut his photo out as a PNG and we put him in places like it's crazy.
we did it in like real time. So he literally sat down in his seat and
He
then just
sat.
saw
In,
what were
we
putting
didn't think
in
he was
chat.
gonna have his phone on him, but we're sitting there, Anthony and I, and then we saw that he looks at it, and I was like, oh shit, he's sitting down right now looking at this. No, this is not a Diddy thing. Come on, man.
They didn't put that part on film after.
I can't believe. Okay, so this guy grabbed his nuts in his ass, and the guy in front of him gave him the middle finger. Like, what is going on at this college?
But like, it's funny too because the guy is like, "Ooh, did I just get away with that?" Like afterwards.
Yeah.
Why is he?
Right here. That guy looks like Linus Tech Tips. Hey, fuck you, buddy. Dude, imagine if that guy thought his boyfriend was Fred and he kissed him. He turned around.
Oh my god!
See, he gives him the middle finger. What is this? What is going on here?
That's a girl too.
And-
so
and-
like, is he just flipping off the women and then the guys? He wants to just smack their ass. What's going on?
Oh, I'm talking about the guy on the left.
Yeah, why
The
did he
guy on the
approach
left
him
is
like
giving Fred the middle finger. Fred's like, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's telling him to wait because he got too excited.
That's where Fred should have pushed him.
that? Please wait your turn. Your ass will be slapped in a minute.
The thing is those guys that read the cards, they always fucked it up, man. Like they never know how to pronounce names. Fuck those guys. Whoever this guy is, fuck him too. He probably fucked up like 30 names and embarrassed a lot of people. Fuck them. You're supposed to give them cards and shit to like how to pronounce your name. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And now he's trying to stop Fred from getting an ass smacking.
They called him Freed when they read the card.
Yeah. Freed Samani.
I have the audio, but I'm not going to play it because And
Yeah.
plus, they all come out to Macho Man's music.
Macho Man.
They come out to Macho Man music right here.
Well, that would be copyright in 2 seconds, I guess.
Well, it's Pomp and Circumstance. That was Macho Man's old music. It's the graduation theme song.
Do they have well, they didn't we didn't get footage of the bagpipes, but there was bagpipes for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, I don't need that bullshit.
Me and Perry looked, we're like, why are they playing bagpipes on this?
Dude, throw those fucking things out. They're bullshit.
It was
It's
just
not that
3 old
serious.
guys just waiting the whole year just to come up there with the
Yeah.
bagpipes.
Throw them out.
Yeah, they paid money for that. Like, why would it's not like this? I mean, it's a big deal to graduate, but like, no one cares about this part of it.
No, I think most of them are just like, yo, it's fucking hot as hell in this, whether it's an auditorium or outside. Was it outside?
It was
I can't even tell.
auditorium. It was like an
Oh, yeah.
arena.
Yeah, fuck that.
That was like the garden. No, it wasn't the
Yeah.
garden. The
An
entrance looks like
MSG.
it's the garden.
Yeah, it does.
Wasn't Macho Man from no the WWF Macho Man? They come out to his old music.
Yeah, I guess anything goes at graduation. So that the guy was like, fuck it.
I should have lied and said this was the Barclays Center.
I was thinking that too. Fred's wave was so like a politician. Like, how does he do that?
I don't know. He just knows how to play the part.
The fact that he runs like the guy from Silent Hill 1. I don't know how that happens.
Wow, he does smack his ass. I really want to know what happened there.
He just did it. The guy was like, I could get away with this now.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop me?
Wow, it's that's it could have been with the medallion, but instead
Oh, he's doing something. He's going like woo woo. That's why his
Hey,
mouth
he
is like
smacked that lady's nuts. Hold up, go back. Right there,
Whoa.
he smacks that lady's nuts.
there's
Right
a
here.
Fundamental issue with that.
Here you go. He's giving her the middle finger and saying, fuck you, bitch. And here he goes. Right here, boom. Slaps her nuts on the way out.
Why is he slapping everyone's?
This guy. Hey, yeah, he slapped that guy's nuts too. Jesus. This lady. He did not slap her nuts. There you go. Dreadpool's onto something. This guy is slapping men's nuts, women's nuts. I mean, what is this guy doing?
no discrimination, just doing it.
Right here. He didn't touch her ass, but he slapped her nuts. Boom, right there. This guy, take a photo. Boom, right there. You're out. This lady, take a photo. Yeah, I'm not touching nothing. She's out of there. Fred, it's the revenge of the nuts. This guy right here. Boom.
I
Photo.
like how
Ass. Boom.
See,
What?
because his hand stops midway, so it's definitely not just behind them. He's slapping them in the nuts. Like, there's no way around.
And that is a woman.
but okay, so the
He didn't hit this guy's nuts, but he slapped his ass. So wait, right here.
wait, so the woman that goes up, what is
Look,
he doing when he's sitting?
Look, I got a photo of him. He's sitting right there. There it is. There it is.
He's just straight up grabbing it. Yo, he cupped his hand. Like, he's straight up just going for it.
Right there. There's all the proof you need.
He legit is like, yep, gonna go for it. Please rest them in my hand.
He's looking at his ass too. Like, what is going on here? What kind of college is this guy going to? These are Fred's try feeling. What? What?
True.
True feelings.
Why is he looking at him like, damn? Look at that.
But when he takes a picture with that girl, and what's he do with his hand? He like does the point, and then he's like 5, then he's like 4. Like what is he
He wants
doing?
to
Is
take
he?
a selfie or something. He's doing
Yeah.
like a selfie pose. Like they're good friends.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is fucking weird. This is why you gotta have the man on to talk about this.
Who gets the medallion?
This
That's the
looks
real
like the
question.
gimmick battle royale that he's walking out to.
What if Fred pulled the medallion off and ran, just booked it to like the
He
exit?
should have pushed that guy's fucking. He should have pushed that guy off the stage. Power
Yeah, I
bomb the
think he
guy
was-
through the table.
I think he was like howling when he came out of the back because he's going. His mouth is like moving.
Right.
Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting that at his graduation.
Who the hell knows what happened with this guy? Well, hopefully we'll
Right.
find out next week if he doesn't have another wedding to go to on fucking Monday.
He's got 2 weddings this weekend, actually. So
He has 2 weddings this weekend?
2 weddings back to back.
Dude, how are all his friends getting fucking married? Like, how is this guy know all these people that are getting married?
Well, I think one is like I think one's a friend.
He went
one's
to
a
5
family.
weddings last year, and then the year before that, he went to like 4 weddings. Like, what the
So
fuck is
one's
going on
one's
here?
one's a friend's wedding that he's in, and then I
I
think he
thought
has his
people were getting
cousin's
divorced.
wedding,
What's going on?
apparently. But no, apparently one's his cousin's wedding, and then one's his friend's wedding. That's
Okay.
what he told us. So it's just the same weekend. So I was like, well, what happened if they're going to be the same day? He's like, well, I'd probably just go to my cousin's wedding. I was like, I'd hope so. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
family.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the busiest man, I guess. I mean, I thought I was busy. Shit.
Well, whatever. We will find out what exactly happened, and we have the footage now. To
I like
see
how it
what's
goes from
going
Fred
on.
graduating to just killing people in hell and Doom.
That's where I don't know.
It's a great contrast. That's where that
He's
that
been to more
whatever-
weddings than people that are alive. Yeah, I know. I didn't go to weddings until I met my wife. What weddings did I
It's-
go to?
It definitely starts to happen more in your like late 20s, at least for me. It's like I'm seeing myself go to a lot more.
Well, yeah. I mean, she got married, and then all her friends started getting married.
Yeah. But thankfully I don't have it. Last year I had like 3 to go to. This
2
year I
for
have
1.
none, so because
I
it was
hate
her
going to
sister
weddings.
last year, and then it was, then it was a
You have a
then it was
sister?
cousin. No, it was Callie's sister last
okay.
year. Then it was then it was a cousin, then it was, it's just it was just so much back to back last year.
Yeah, I
But
hate
Fred,
that.
you got a lot of explaining to do, so come on. Did you get the medallion? That's the real question. And what's inside the medallion? Is it like a
Chocolate.
is it like yeah.
It's Shinnok's medallion.
Can't turn away.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to find other news that's like out there that we haven't talked about.
How are these guys dealing on Twitter? These Xbox guys flipping out on Twitter? By the
Yeah,
way,
they've-
we have a fucking screenshot from what is this guy's name? Jiz Gordon? Gordon
Oh, Jesus.
Fisherman? What
Oh,
the fuck is
yeah.
this guy's name?
Yep.
Where's this photo at?
Do you need me to resend it or you got it?
Let me try to find it.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are just going crazy on here. Immediately, the whole thing started. Oh, now they're gonna say Hellblade is a great game.
Here,
'cause
what's
it's on
this
PlayStation."
bullshit? Right here. By the way, this guy, he banned Axel.
Really?
Jizz Gordon, Flash Gordon. What the fuck is this guy's name?
Flash Gordon.
He's a flash in the pan, that's for sure. By the way, so this guy, I think that used to be Idle Sloth, Alan Feely. He said on March 10, 2024, which would line up with the release of this game. According to Risk It for the Biscuit, he has learned from 4 separate sources that there is a Hellblade 2 port for PlayStation. And he has a timestamp of whatever podcast this guy was on. And this asshole goes, can confirm as of right now it's completely false. Well, now. Was it really false?
No. I highly doubt.
Was it really false? Because it takes about a year and a half to port a game, and here we are a year and a half later, and the game's ready to come out. So, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
They have to deflect. That's what he was doing.
And
He's
remember,
trying to-
all Axel did was correct the guy positively. He didn't go on there and be like, you fucking asshole. He was like, actually, this is what? And the guy blocked Axel. This guy, Jizzman Corgan, Jizzy Corgan, Billy Corgan. Well, there you go. Another fucking idiot.
Where's Final Fantasy, Jez?
Oh, and this guy, he's been saying Final Fantasy every fucking January of every year, and it never comes out. And by the way, he said he was the guy that kept teasing Banjo-Kazooie in 2022, right? Like literally 5 minutes before the event started. And then after event, he was like, well, you chose to believe it. It's like, you know what, man? Fuck you. When Xbox goes under, like hardware-wise, what are you going to cover? What are you going to cover? You're going to have to go out and get a real job. He's going to be 800 pounds. No one's going to hire this guy. What are you going to do? He's going to be like Review Tech USA. The guy hasn't had a job in 15 years. YouTube shuts down. That's it. It's over. What are you going to do? Jazz block Axel because he called him out for not. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. Axel wasn't being mean to him. And he blocked him because this guy doesn't like to be corrected. That's why. So.
He said the Final Fantasy games are going to be announced at Tokyo Game Show in September.
He said that shit for the last 5 fucking years, and the game still is not. The game's coming to Switch too. Was that false? Bro, it's coming out on Switch 2. And it's still not out on Xbox. Not that it fucking matters anyway, because the game's 500 years old. Okay? This is what I'm saying. All these guys are full of shit. So, this guy is trying to destroy another guy's credibility by putting him down instantly, and it turns out this guy was right. So hopefully this Risk It for the Biscuit guy, hopefully he gets more credit for this because he put it out there a year and a half ago. And he was right.
They were fighting over that too.
Just because they announced Hellblade today doesn't mean they can port it tomorrow. That means they've been working on it. And when you port a game, you're working on it for quite a while. That means, by the way, this guy posted this on March 10th, okay? That means, and the 4 games was announced in February of last year. Those 4 games?
Yeah.
That means they fucking knew that they were porting everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is definitely
Because if
planned
they
out
were
long
working on
term.
Hellblade, and if this was posted March 10th, Mario Day, 2024, that means that they were working on it. So when they announced the 4 games, they knew they were fucking lying their asses off. So if anything, this opens up more questions than answers. So just saying, everybody.
It's the same thing with Indiana Jones. When he literally said it's not Starfield and Indiana Jones, they were porting Indiana Jones to PlayStation.
Why
Literally,
did
like,
Risk It do? What did he do? He reported that this was happening. And this guy, Flash Gordon, tried to fucking shut him down.
well, they're all fighting over who said this first on there. Like,
Who
all the
cares?
Xbox
It's
guys are
over. It's
fighting
third
over it.
party. There's no more hardware. It's over. It's over. There's no more hardware directly from Microsoft. It's all going to be licensed out or whatever the fuck. And who cares? Ooh, Steam is going to. Yeah, Steam on Xbox is going to save the galaxy. All the world peace is going to fucking happen. Everyone's going to shake hands. No one gives a fuck. I have a computer. I can play Steam on it right now. Who cares? Who gives a flying motherfuck? Who? I bet X Error also took it. Yeah, probably. Don't worry. They're trying to change their name, Dreadpool.
Microsoft error.
At this point, you guys need to make a date for when you have an Xbox funeral. Whatever, man.
It's kind of pointless at this point.
They're fighting over who's sleeping with Phil. I'm sure that's going to happen next.
So I have a little bit of a breakdown. If you guys want to hear I know Frank kind of mentioned it, but the schedule for the Game Fest. If
Uh-oh.
you guys want to hear it,
Yeah, go ahead.
I know I don't want to interrupt with what you're talking
No,
about.
we're done with that. It's
All right.
trash anyway.
So it goes on all weekend essentially, but I think the big one is going to be like I said, that Friday, June 6th at 5 p.m. Eastern, because that one is going to be, it's going to be hosted by Jeff Keighley, so it's the opening showcase, and apparently it's going to last for a few hours, so it is going to be long. So there's going to be, news, trailers, announcements, special guests, and world premieres. And this is the sibling show to Keighley's Game Awards, apparently. So it's a live audience in LA's YouTube theater, as well as online. It also says that last year, like, we don't know exactly what we're getting. Last year we got a bunch of trailers, including Monster Hunter Wilds and Phantom Blade Zero. And they have like the YouTube links and stuff like that. It's going to be on the Game Awards YouTube, like streamed on that channel. So they're kind of getting that geared up. But essentially they have a showcase on Saturday called the Wholesome Direct. And that is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there's the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. And then Xbox Showcase is on Sunday the 8th. So essentially this coincides with the Xbox thing. So you have Xbox Showcase and the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, and that's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then there's a PC gaming show that's later that day at 3 p.m. So it's essentially a whole weekend of shit.
And the Switch 2 comes out that week.
And the Switch 2, yeah, that comes out Thursday. So you're basically no time to eat, sleep, or breathe. Just play.
Cougar Man, he says, is there anybody in history of gaming that you hated more than Jeff Keighley and Phil Spencer? Yeah, I mean, I didn't like Andrew House. He was a fucking idiot. I didn't like, I still don't like that other guy. What was that guy? We talked about him a couple weeks ago. Who was it?
What company?
The guy who couldn't wear the Crash Bandicoot shirt?
John Layden.
Sean Layden. He's a snooty asshole, too. Nobody cares about him.
Yeah, I think it's just been attitudes of some people that have rubbed us the wrong way through. Again, we.
Well,
talked
Sean
about
Layden
12
knows
years of
so
the
much
show.
about everything, but he got fired from Sony, so figure that out.
Yeah. It was like 10 years ago. He came out with the Crash shirt, remember, just to fuck with everybody, and he knew what he was
And
doing.
it didn't fit him.
And we didn't get it for like what, another year or two? We didn't get
It
Crash.
wasn't even exclusive. It was a 6-month exclusivity or 1 year exclusivity, whatever.
Remember, they accidentally put up the Xbox footage.
Oh yeah. With the
People
button
didn't
prompts.
believe us when we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those people. They're all fucking stupid. They were wrong. And they couldn't admit
Yeah.
it. I don't know. There's been others. I just can't remember. And when I say
Yeah, I
hate,
mean-
I hate what they do at. Okay. I hate how they do their jobs. I don't hate these guys because I really don't know them and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I told,
business-wise,
I
though,
told
you know.
Noof on Gaming Fuse over a year ago, and people thought I was being an asshole. I said he was like, "Oh, what do you think about this director or whatever?" It was like a story. I was like, "Why should I have to know the director's name? I should just be able to buy a fucking game and just not worry about it."
Yeah.
But why is it that we're in it where we have to worry about these guys like they're celebrities, they're superstars? They're nobodies. They're corporate guys. They're suits. Why should we have to know their names? You know, Miyamoto is a different situation. The guy creates games. But why should I have to know about Bonnie Ross and Matt Booty and what's her name? The other one, Sarah Bond. Why do I have to
Sarah
know
Bond.
about these people? Who cares? Just do your job and fucking shut up. Get me the games. I'm the consumer. I don't care about who you are.
No, we just want to play the games.
We
you
just
know?
want to play games. Why should I have to know who these fucking crazy people are? They can't even get their job done. Matt Booty can't even wear clothes. The guy dresses like fucking, he's auditioning for a Peter Pan play at fucking high school. Wearing corduroy pants. Wait, who the hell dresses like that? The guy literally dresses like he fucking went to Goodwill and picked a bunch of clothes up.
Yeah, I
You see these guys, you're like, really? These are the guys running these companies?
yeah, and like you said, like I feel like back in the day, yeah, like certain names are recognizable. Like you knew who made what from certain games, but it wasn't like
Yeah, but it
how it is
wasn't.
now.
It wasn't an everyday thing where you had to follow these people and find out what's going on with the goddamn product.
Well, yeah, because
You
now
bought a Super Nintendo, games came out.
Yeah,
I didn't say, ooh, what the fuck is his name? Iwata doing? What are these guys doing? No, I played Super Mario Brothers and I fucking bought the next game. I didn't worry about these idiots. But then these guys go on stage like they're fucking Eric Bischoff and they're fucking trying to tout everything. And they just, oh yeah, everything's coming. This, that. It's like, what are you guys doing? You're used car salesmen at this point. I shouldn't have to know these guys. I should be able to just buy the games and have fun. This is like part of the whole fucking problem with this thing. We shouldn't have to know these guys. Anyway.
I don't know. Like I said, I definitely agree. We just want to play games, and obviously through the 12 years on this show, we've had some stuff to say about people, even beyond the show. When, you know, just being in gaming for all our lives, yeah, there's people that were just like, again, we don't.
Xbox only did this shit, and listen to me, a lot of people might be mad that I'm going to say this, but Xbox only fucking dealt with the fan base because they needed people to buy the machine. They needed customers. And you know what? At the time, that's what these companies all needed to do. They needed to get in touch with the fan base. Nintendo and Sony didn't want to hear it from the fan base. They said, screw it. Microsoft, it seemed like they're doing a good thing. They were listening to the fans. They were getting community feedback. It was good stuff. But the problem is they did it until it ran its course. When they said, fuck it, we can't give these people what they want anymore, cut them off. That's what they did. My chat froze again. Sorry about that, everybody in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's. We also just like, you know, again, like we've been seeing a lot more of these, you know, problems within the community. So when we hear like all the stuff about names and shit, it's like, okay, that's whatever. We just want you to actually put out a finished game or a finished product, you know, and okay, names are one thing, sure, but like, you know, we got to see the work. We got to see what you've actually done, you know, and yeah, sometimes like, all right, this guy has a history to his name. He's done all these games. Okay, cool.
The only
What are you
names
working
we
on
used to
right
hear
now?
about, Anthony, were names like Miyamoto because they did fantastic work. That's when
Yeah.
you should hear the guy's name.
After they've done something.
After they've already done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's his name? Oh my god, David Jaffe.
Yeah.
I know who the fuck this guy was, but he made Twisted Metal, and we were like, "This game is awesome. Who made it? David Jaffe."
Yeah, and it was
And
a
the
small team of
magazines would
people.
interview him and stuff like that. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. You know,
Yeah,
Ed Boon, he was in they interviewed the guy, and they're like, "This is the guy that made Mortal Kombat with John Tobias." You're like, okay, we know who these guys are now.
when I was younger, like
After
the old place-
they were successful, not like beforehand. Hey guys, I'm gonna make a game, and nobody cares about that shit.
no, like when I was younger, like the first time I ever would actually like watch
Sarah,
who made the games.
Sarah Bond comes from T-Mobile. Who gives a flying fuck? She's a rich lady going to another company to
Yeah.
get rich. That's all it is.
Yep. And
Why
she's
do I
just
have to
gonna
know
sit
who
there
this
and
lady is? What has she
Nod
done?
her head at the event.
Oh well,
just
she
be
got
like, "Yep."
these games on Game Pass. It's like, who gives a fuck? That's her job.
And yeah, like when I was younger, like I used to, I have the PlayStation Underground discs and stuff, and they used to have behind the scenes of people making games. That was the first time I ever was like, oh, there's like this is how it's like made, and they'd have some people on there like Kojima or like other developers. That was the first
Well,
time
look
I
at
ever like
Kojima.
did that.
Nobody cared about him until Metal Gear Solid. Once that game blew up, you knew who his name. You knew exactly who that guy was.
Yeah.
Oh
Metal
well,
Gear was on
he
NES,
also
and
made the ones for
finally had his
NES,
game.
and then people went back and played those. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, I mean he's got Death Stranding too, and apparently his other game that he's coming out with, that's another espionage, isn't coming out for another 3 or 4 years. That also came out in the news, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for,
Well, that's the
I
whole
don't know what
thing.
the fuck's
You
going
should
on with
hear their
OD or
names
all these
when
other
they
games.
when they do good stuff. They do good work, not beforehand, and not while they're trying to damage control shit and sell you stuff. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it just needs to. You just gotta,
They had
just
the
wanna see-
community. They were doing a good thing, and they got out of control at some point. And then they pretty much told the community to fuck off. And they deal with these fucking guys now by leaking stuff out. They leak it out to these guys so that they trickle it down to us. And it's like, this has to stop.
there needs to be
Just
something
stop.
here.
Stop with the bullshit and enough. Because when they're wrong, they make these guys look dumb.
Yeah, and it also it's just, I think, once you have something that is promised and stuff like.
Romero and
again,
Carmack,
you end up
thank
saying
you.
Stupid shit. Yeah.
Stevie Mac, John Romero, and Carmack. That's right. And you know why we knew their names? Because Doom was fucking blowing up all over the place.
Yeah, they were putting out quality games.
You didn't fucking see, oh yeah, these Romero and Carmack, they're making a new game called Doom. We don't know if it's any good. No. When Doom fucking blew up, they were like, these are the guys that made it.
Yeah.
And they didn't say, oh, stick with us. We're going to make Doom fucking 2. Like, hey,
Stick with
they
us.
just made Doom 2. They got a bigger budget from the studio, and that was it.
Yeah, they started making money. They said, all right, let's do this. Let's make a sequel. And
Exactly.
the rest is history. Yeah. Yep, you got to have good games. That's what it comes down to.
Metal Gear Solid 3 in August, RWK. That's what Stevie Mac is telling you in the chat.
Yeah. That'll get on PC for sure.
Booty likes to
I'm
wear
excited
yoga
for that.
pants, says Camame. Oh, man, I don't know.
You might. You never know. Yeah, I mean, I think we just want to see quality. And, obviously when you got, people saying, all right, you'll find a way to pay for it, that kind of
Matt
mindset.
Booty looks like Tony Hawk did fucking hardcore drugs. That's what that guy looks like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, you're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be another Metal Gear sequel. I don't think. They could probably only go back and just do remakes at this point.
They'll make another
mean, you
one.
could-
They'll fuck everything up.
Yeah, you could make 6. I mean, it just won't be the same. I mean, 5 wasn't really that good either,
I guarantee you,
in my opinion.
Konami will license out the IP to him if he pays out the S for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Konami's gonna get to a point where they want a shit ton of money, and if they attach Metal Gear to Kojima Productions for one more time, people are gonna fucking lose their minds and they're gonna buy the game. They're gonna pay $100 for that game,
Yeah. If they remade the
but it
first
better
Metal
be
Gear
fucking
Solid,
good because this guy fucked up the 5th game apparently.
yeah, it wasn't the best Metal Gear. It was not like it was a horrible design game. It just kind of lost its flair because you kept doing the same shit. You kept going to
Right.
places,
Well, I'm
taking their
saying
equipment.
if they
like-
if they lease out the fucking IP or whatever they do to this dude, he better hit a home run with it, or else they're never gonna do that again. License it out. What I say, lease?
He can't just like make some wacky game like he normally does. He has to make like a legit game.
Well,
like
he
used
can,
to.
but he better fucking like make sure it's good. Whatever he
Yeah.
does, he better make sure it's damn good because people are gonna be expecting that. Look at Shenmue 3. That game completely fucking bombed because the guy fucked up big time. He took
Yeah.
everyone's money and fucked everything up.
There was so much hype for it too, and it was
Oh
just
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a lot of people are, the remake thing too. Like I think with Konami specifically, they have a lot of potential with these remakes. I mean, Silent Hill included, but I know that's only going to sell so much.
Right.
You do remake a Metal Gear Solid, the first one, that's also going to make a lot of money. So maybe they're just testing it with this one, and we'll see how it is.
Imagine if they remade the first game with Kojima Productions from the ground
would
up
be-
remake.
That would be
Oh.
insane.
That would be
Who said like the
crazy.
golden egg? It would just sell like crazy.
Because think of it this way, like this one's called Delta or whatever. It's Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 in the timeline, it actually takes place before Metal Gear Solid, the first game, even though it's 3. It
Right.
takes place in the 60s. So technically they're kind of doing it on purpose, it seems, where it's almost like, hey, we're going to put this one out first and then maybe see how it does. Now, again, whether or not they team up with him again is yet to be seen, but I would love that. I mean, I think this is more, it's still kind of the same game, but they're just updating the controls and they're, updating all that shit. So we'll see how it is. I
RWK.
love 3.
Did you not? You weren't here in the beginning. Anthony broke
Oh,
the
no, he
news
wasn't.
that Summer Game Fest there's going to be fucking RE9. Allegedly.
Apparently, Summer Game Fest are WK,
which is June
and,
6th. So you're going to get
Yep.
news soon. Very soon.
2 weeks from Friday.
2 weeks from
Uh,
Friday, you'll have RE9 news.
So we'll see how that is. We don't, it's probably going to be a few hour event. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. And if I, I'll find a way to do a video on it at some point. But it's going to be a busy week.
Texas Speech is on right now. $2 or more gets the Texas Speech to read it
What's
live on the air. And it seems like our GoldenEye thing is working too. So
What a strange time that we're in.
we're in a weird timeline.
Yep.
The
Well,
weird
we'll be-
timeline. What?
We'll be playing Switch 2 in 2 weeks. So
Less than 2 weeks because it's after midnight. 13 days, buddy.
finally, we're finally gonna get
13
our hands-
motherfucking days. We'll be
Oh.
on the line right now.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. How am I going to go to sleep after I get that thing? Like, this is going to be crazy.
And that's something you need to talk to your wife about, not me.
Yeah, but I literally like I have to sleep at some point, but I gotta like check it out. Like I'm gonna have it in my hand. I don't know.
If they have a trail like R2 Remake, that would be fire. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they end up showing over there.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's the weekend that's gonna be the floodgates of information. So we'll see what.
Hold the line, says David R. Yeah, I don't know.
Hold the line. We'll see what gets announced for Switch 2 at that thing too. There's gonna be stuff, so ready. checking
Has to
Twitter
piss
to
off
see.
Kojima that David Hayter is doing all these Metal Gear videos for Konami. I don't think he cares, man. He's got a new boyfriend, Norman Reedus. He don't care. Hater sucks, to be honest. What? Oh, you don't like him. Okay, I see.
No one's fighting anymore. Everyone went to sleep on Twitter. They're not fighting anymore.
I'm excited to pick up my Switch 2. It took some time off for work to enjoy it. Nice, Jeff M. Can't wait. I will be with Frank 2 weeks from today. We will be live. We're going to stream from our phone on the line of this thing, picking up our Switches. And then when I get home, I'm going to stream it until, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
God.
And then that weekend we're hanging out. We're going to play Mario Kart World on the 85-inch TV all weekend.
Yep.
Jeff is coming up. Ludwin's coming up. Fred should be there. It's going to be a big thing. And I'm going to have another one for the shop. So I'm going to have that hooked up at the shop. There's Satan again. What's going on? Why is this guy wearing why is this guy dressed like this, Frank? This old guy.
Oh, he's part of the like priests that work for the devil. I don't know.
How are there
There's
priests that work for the devil? How does this work?
There's like two factions. There's the hell.
There's
the
church
demons and
factions
stuff.
in this thing. What's going on here?
No, there's demons, and then there's like the people on the planet, and then there's like the makers, which is like another thing, and they're all fighting the demons.
Jeff
Demons
M.
and
No,
makers.
Jeff as in Geoffrey the giraffe. SD
Yeah.
cards only available at GameStop. No. Your Wicked Hot picked up the SD card, by the way, that we got. He got it today in the mail.
Yep.
Shout out to him.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. You'll probably end up playing more than me because you're gonna stay up and play it. By the time I wake up, you're gonna be like, "Yeah."
What
beat
am I going to
Mario
play? I'm going to play
4."
one game on it.
I know, but still, it's cool.
Unless
you
I
could
play,
check out the Zelda upgrades.
Yeah, unless I do that.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, if you have the GameStop Pro membership, you can buy digital Switch games at 5% off on GameStop's digital Switch website.
Yeah.
So,
Good deal.
It's interesting, right? Like, that's
and
you
you
never would
can
have thought you would have seen them do that.
you can get the new Donkey Kong game. You can pre-order it right now for $3.50 off. So you pay $66 and change
Not bad.
digitally for the for that game on GameStop's website. So, yes, and you get games for cheaper. And I have all this store credit ready to go over here to do all that.
Nice.
And I still have all my cash. The rest of the cash I didn't spend on that computer, so good to go. Yes, go to GameStop. They have a lot of people don't know this. They have a digital Switch online store. And if you're a pro member, you get 5% off your purchase of any digital Switch game. They send you the code, you redeem it on your Switch. Boom, you're done. But, people don't fucking look this stuff up, but I do.
Well, that's what I always find funny too. Is like, yes, it's bullcrap that they're raising the price of games, but there are ways to save money. Like you can
Right.
get keys, you can get this digital site. Like there's.
Well, that's why
ways
I'm
you can
happy to
do
have
it.
a good PC again. So when I get some of these new games, like, don't have to spend exactly full price, and I'm getting better performance than what I'm getting out of the other consoles.
Right
you know?
here.
So
I'll paste it in the chat here. Pretty
Nintendo
much-
used to do.
They have pretty much every game on here, even first party games. That is the GameStop Nintendo Switch digital store. And again, like Mario Kart World, it's $79.99. You can get it with get an extra 5% off if you're a pro member. Yeah, it's not much, but it's something,
it's something, yeah.
Yeah.
And Donkey Kong,
than full price.
$69.99 with 5% off. It makes it, what was it, 66 and change? It's in my cart, actually.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it makes it
Especially if you get some
$66.49,
credit,
and you can
you
buy
know?
as many as you want because I have 2 of them in a cart.
and you can use credit towards it.
Yeah, you can use your credit.
Yeah, that's good.
I have the Link's Awakening in my cart digital. It was 59 with the card, 56.99.
It's not bad.
So you're still saving money. Yeah,
It's
it's still
better than full
expensive
price.
shit, but it's still you're saving money. You're saving a couple bucks.
It's just good to know you have an option, you know?
Right. But they have everything on here.
Yeah, it's really good for brand new games because you know you're not going to get it cheaper than that.
Well, no, you get them cheaper physically, but digitally, I mean, you won't get them cheaper unless you go here.
Right.
Unless Nintendo puts them on sale in the eShop. I don't know. That happens, but depends on the games. So at least here you could save on every game.
You know, it's funny. They showed screenshots the other day because they announced like what the free upgrades are going to be for each game. Finally, and they said Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are getting like a resolution bump and a frame rate bump, and they posted the screenshot of it, and people were like, "No way, it looked that bad before," and it really did. Like
It
it
did
looked
look
so
bad.
bad.
That's why I didn't play it.
know. I know. Like I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and I was like, I can't even get through this slop.
Dude, when
It
I
was so
played
bad.
The slop.
when I loaded Breath of the Wild up, what was it, like a month ago?
Yeah.
I was live streaming. I was like, holy shit, this looks horrible.
Yeah, they really need the enhancements.
So the GameStop trade value for the prices drop on. Yeah, I know. They drop big time. Which sucks because my friend gave me them to trade it in and I didn't go in. They'll probably go up even more. I think they don't want people trading this stuff in for higher value now that the Switch 2 is coming out.
Right.
As they're getting closer, they're going to fuck with the values on a lot of stuff. However, they do take a regular PS1 for $33, which I have a couple of broken ones I can fucking trade in. They're not going to test them.
Fuck no.
So
I will. I'll look for that stuff at the flea market.
I mean, they're
'cause I
not
get a-
100% broken, but they sometimes have trouble reading discs.
If I could pick those up cheap, I'll buy them and just trade them in. That's a good idea. I'm glad you actually mentioned that.
It's actually down to $85. I'm sorry, not 85. Because they were giving an extra 25 in-store credit on top of the 412. But they stopped all that. I'll buy the OG REs if all three are enhanced. Oh, here we go again.
There's nothing wrong with people wanting some enhanced shit. You know?
Yeah, but this is the shit that I'm going to hear about forever now. Code Veronica and the original trilogy. They don't want you playing the original trilogy.
I know you know, again, they're doing all these other remasters.
Just put them on PSN and fucking call it a day. They'll already be enhanced because of Duck Station.
Well, that's the problem, is that they're not doing the bare minimum, which is just putting them on PSN. So
They should.
I would hope that they should. Yeah, they should.
The problem is if they make the trilogy, they're just going to put it on a disc. There's nothing that they're going to enhance about it. So if you're going to do anything, put them on PSN. They'll be enhanced at least.
Well, if it's anything to what, like, and I know this is a newer game, but if it's something like, Onimusha, that was on the PS2, but those remasters are really good, you know?
Yeah, but those are
16:9.
remakes. They're really remastered remakes. They're not really remastered. It's like
They're
Dead
pretty-
Rising. They tried to fool everybody. Oh, it's a remaster. No, that shit was a remake.
Yeah, I mean, it's not built from the ground up. It's just kind of, fresh code.
They
of
have to build it
HD
from the
and
ground up
60
because
frames.
those backgrounds in the first 3 games are horrible looking.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like they really painted themselves into a corner with all this.
I don't know. I think it'll happen. I don't think. Look, if Tomb Raider can do it, if Soul Reaver can
Tomb
do
Raider
it,
was built from the ground up.
yeah. And look, it's not like they don't have a team that can do that. They probably have another team, maybe the same team that worked on Onimusha. Tell them, yo, we want to do Resident Evil for the 30th anniversary. Can we make this happen? That's all they got to do. They have money for it. They just have to, delegate to the right
They can
people,
do
make
whatever
sure
they
they get
want,
it
but
done.
the thing is, will they do it? That's the whole thing.
I think eventually. I just don't think it's going to be as soon as people
the
think.
fucking the stupidest thing I ever saw in my life was when they re-released them on Good Old Games, and I saw people going, "How come Good Old Games isn't on PlayStation?" It's like, oh my fucking god, you guys are so fucking stupid.
Well, those are people that don't know PC. They don't understand.
Why doesn't Good Old Games put them out on PlayStation? Because Good Old Games doesn't deal with consoles, you morons.
No, those are people that just they're not in the
Mental,
PC
what's
world.
up?
They don't know. You know what I mean? Like anybody that's just strictly on consoles that doesn't know GOG, they're not going to know who the fuck they are.
Yeah,
They
but
just-
they're
they're just
fucking
gonna
tweeting at them like, you need to put these on PlayStation. It's like, they don't do that.
No. I'm happy they brought back Dino Crisis 1 and 2, and Capcom didn't want to do that. They didn't even want to bring Dino Crisis 1 and 2 to PC.
Right.
So it's like, it's interesting, their mindset. It's like, okay, you'll do RE 1 through 3, but then not Dino Crisis. Okay, then why wouldn't you want to do RE on even just PSN, besides Director's Cut that's on there now?
Yeah, but I blame Sony too, because Sony has a bunch of games they still haven't put up there yet.
Oh, yeah, we talked about
That
that
are
when we
still
were
on
hanging out.
PS3, but they're not on PS5. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, when we were hanging out at the shop, I think it was during the PC build, I was talking to the chat about that, how like they just have so much shit that they don't have on there. Like if you put a side-by-side comparison to the PS3 list compared to the PS5, you know, like there's a glaring hole of
Yeah, man.
of nothingness. You know, it's like you got to have some kind of, you know, you have so much access to these great games, and they're Sony games, or Sony can easily get them, and they're just not there.
I'm sure
Is it
Mental
cool?
will get kick out of that. Mental people were mad that it says we got 3 viewers in here. What the hell's going on?
Definitely have more than that.
Mental will get a kick out of this. There were people tweeting at Good Old Games Mental, like, why didn't they put games on console? It's like, you guys are so stupid. You don't understand what Good Old Games is.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know, I think a lot of people just are unaware, and I think a lot of times, you know, they don't realize that. Hey, look, if you have just like, it doesn't have to be a crazy computer, but you can run these games, and GOG makes it really easy. You know, they did a really good job, and I understand they're
You
not.
literally
you know, the
install
HD.
it, and that's it. It's over.
That's
Like,
it.
you don't have to do anything
You can
crazy.
plug in any controller. You can play with the keyboard if you want. And yes, it's not. Can you apply these, you know, mods to the games? Yes, you can. There's video tutorials how to do that if you want to do that. But if you want to play as is, you can. These were games that were running on Windows 98. You know. So, I just think it's easy for people to play. If people don't know how to play it, then they'll just have to wait for it to come out. Or guess what? Get a PS3. They're still on the store. You can still get them. They haven't shut down.
Shut up. Just
Have they
get an
even said when they're going to
Xbox.
shut? Have they even said when they're going to shut down that store?
No,
Yeah. So it's like you guys still could get on there and get it.
because
Capcom
Or hack
said
the
we have a
machine.
console for you. Called PS3.
Yeah. It's the PS3.
so Mental, when Resident Evil the trilogy came out on Good Old Games, you literally had Resident Evil and Sony people tweeting at Good Old Games, why don't you put these on console? It's like, bro, you guys are fucking dumb. They don't do that. Good Old Games is for PC. They don't make console games, you morons. But they were
Yeah,
like
it's
giving it like violently tweeting at them to put this on console. It's like, they don't make PC games, you fuck.
no.
They don't
And
make
just be
PlayStation
happy-
games, console games, I mean. They don't
Yeah,
make
just be
PC
happy
games.
there's a way to play them, because to be honest with you, it was kind of fun to play the original PC ports, because you know I have nostalgia with.
But
some
I
of
don't
those
want to build a
ports.
PC. I have a PlayStation. Well, you don't realize this works on a computer from like 40 years ago, right? What?
Yes, it does. And I
Not 40 years ago, like 30 years ago.
when I played RE3 on PC, it was 2001, which is the year it came out on PC, and it was on Windows XP. So I was
I
able to
remember
play
that.
it on Windows XP, and when you play it, it's the exact same game. There's no add-ons to graphics. It's just as you remember it. And
Oh, yeah.
Some people-
WK. Go ahead, Ant.
oh no, I was just saying, yeah, some people like that. Like, you know, oh yeah, I was actually gonna bring that up. what RWK said, because I do have an
Yeah,
article.
we waited for this Activision Blizzard deal to close so that we could get the fucking 8-bit games on here. Yay,
There's a-
Xbox, yay!
There's a lot of games, guys.
And we got Mech Warrior 2. It's like, okay. Or Mech Assault 2.
There's literally 50 games.
Yay!
Yeah, but isn't it just Ant Stream Arcade or whatever that was already on there?
I
You just
think
don't
that
have to pay for it?
I think that those are in Game Pass and Antstream, I believe. They put them in
Right.
both. Well, it's like, yay!
But you could already buy.
This is like a big fuck you to the fans. Oh yeah, you're waiting for all the Call of Duties? Here's the 8-bit Atari games.
well,
Okay,
and you could
thanks.
buy. They had this pack on Xbox already. Like you could already buy this. It's just
Really?
included in Game Pass. Yeah, it was
Okay.
like $50 for
Because
like.
all these websites are making
access to the
articles like it
game.
was a big deal.
They might have added stuff to it, but it's not like Mike Mullis always used to stream it on Xbox. The Ant
I
Stream
think he was
stuff.
streaming it today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
So-
this will be supported on LG TVs and Amazon Fire Sticks. So
But what I'm
they
trying to
also
say
do
is
that.
you're waiting for all the Call of Duties to go in, and then they're putting this shit in. It's like, okay, thanks. That's what this whole
Yeah.
big deal was.
Why
$69
have
billion
they-
to put these fucking 8-bit games in there that you could buy. You could buy the Atari Flashback, and some of these games are on there. It's like, what are you doing?
Now, not to say that like we don't already own all the old Call of Duties, but where the fuck are the other Call of Duties that they could have added on? there,
Where
like
is
the old
everything
ones?
else? Where's Wolfenstein? Where's that Wolfenstein from 01? Like, bro, what are we fucking doing here? Like, we waited for this?
Yeah,
That's like a big slap in the fucking face, in my opinion.
no, I agree. It's a very weird move, but I saw the I saw the trailer posted on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
That was earlier this morning.
The Division 2 on Game Pass. Xbox is cooking, baby. Oh, God. I've had that game forever on Xbox. And it was a fun game. But
I only played the first one.
I played both. The second one's pretty good. But I got to a point where I stopped. I just never went back. But
Yeah.
it was fun. It was a fun game. And then they enhanced it and everything, so it looks even better. But why is the mech on a cross, Frank?
Oh, because it's
Bro,
like
what the fuck? This game is doing all this crazy shit here.
it's supposed to be like in the movies where it's like in the little hangar and it's holding it up, but since it's like Hell and Doom, they put him like on a cross, which is kind of messed up.
Well, Doom is not a very nice game. It's evil.
So this game is awesome. I like it. I got to go back to it and finish it out.
I still gotta play it.
Yeah, I don't know if I should finish it on this or Steam. If I do this on Steam, I'm gonna start all over again. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hopefully, I'll have time this week to play it this weekend. I might try to check out the flea market. I gotta see if they're having it.
Look
It's
for
gonna rain.
I need controllers
Yeah.
and I need if you can find an OG Xbox. Look for anything Xbox, okay? Because the 360s are selling.
Yep.
And I got to get more of those, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you sell any of those hacked ones?
Yeah, I got one left. I got two
Wow.
left, but one of them is RGH3, the other one's RGH2. They're
Damn.
all gone.
That's crazy because I remember when you were saying like, man, they weren't moving at first, and
No, they're not
Yes,
moving
they
in the
did.
store because people are fucking dumb.
but online, was it from online listings or?
I had to do another website, but online, like Facebook Marketplace, everyone's just sticking around with Fred.
It's like spam bots or some shit.
No, they're not. They're just stupid people. There's a lot of stupid people up here.
Yeah. Fred was telling me some of the
Ooh,
stuff
would
they're
you
trying
take
like-
$50? The Spider-Man, I had the Spider-Man PS5 sealed, the bundle thing with the plates. One guy was like, told Fred, I'll trade you an electric scooter for it.
What?
$300 electric scooter that's
Yeah.
used. For
That happened? I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, that's what he told me the other day.
An electric scooter. Wow. Yeah, the things that you can ride and fucking bust your head open. Yeah, I'll take one. Like, what the hell?
Why the fuck would I want an electric scooter for an item that goes for like $800?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I know electric scooters can cost a lot of money, but why would you offer a trade like that? It's like, dude, I'm trying to sell this thing. Give me
Because
fucking
they
cash.
think you're fucking stupid and you'll do it. I'm not
Yeah.
desperate to sell it. I would like to sell it, but it's not like I can't pay my bills like tomorrow. It was something I bought and I forgot to send. It's not that I forgot to send it back. I went to send it back, but
Yeah.
it wasn't under holiday return for some reason. So I got stuck with it and it went up in value. Like the Spider-Man PS4 Pro. I got that at retail. What was it? $4.99, $5.99? It might have been $4.99. I got that at retail. I sold it for $1,000 because I left it in the box downstairs. I never even opened it. I sold it. I got my TV that I'm using right now, and I've been using this TV for 5 years. So I got the other one now, and that's it. Someone will pick it up. I had an offer today for $700, and I accidentally rejected it. I hit the wrong button on the phone. I was like, oh, fuck. And it doesn't let you go back and ask the guy questions or anything. It just erases it like it never happened. I'm like, son of a bitch.
That sucks.
I would have counteroffered like $750 just to pay for the shipping, and I would have gotten rid of it. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's. I'm happy though they're moving though at least, because you spent a lot of time hacking those machines. A lot of
Yeah,
streams.
that's why this summer I'll have these two guys go and try to find these things again. They did good,
Didn't Jake
man.
do
Fred and
one
Frank
from
were
Walker?
fine.
Yeah.
Fred and Frank were finding for like $20, $30, and I'm selling them for $200.
Oh yeah, perfect profit.
I mean, I got to do the
I
work in there and stuff, but whatever. What?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see too many 360s the last time I was there, but it's always different. So
Yeah, I was gonna
Maybe
say it's
just
always
make-
kind of like a mixed bag of what you'll see, right?
Only
yeah, hopefully
slims,
it'll be good weather. Yeah, definitely no fats.
no fats.
If it's good weather, I'll go check it out. I'll drag my family there.
It's been fucking shitty all day today, man.
Yeah, I stayed
God.
in most of the day.
Like later, I think. Well, tomorrow's another crappy day, but literally, I think Friday onward will be all right.
Yeah. Check it out and see. Go over there.
RWK_88 donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
It worked.
Night enjoyed, y'all. Red heart emoji. Glad Fred meet Harjeet. Watermelon emoji.
Fuck. I don't know who the fuck that is, but whatever.
Red heart emoji.
Well, thank you. Hey, I guess it doesn't. I guess it does work at $1.99. Look at that.
That's good.
We thought it was $2 only, but I guess all right. So if it works at $1.99, that's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, because I think originally I set it for like 1, and then I guess it just autos to like 1.99.
Okay. All right, good. That's even better. It's $1.99. This way people don't have to worry about it. Thank you, RWK. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank you.
Fred meet Hajit.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is, but
I
maybe
think
we'll
that's-
ask Fred.
Yeah,
That might
don't
be the
worry.
medallion master. I'm not sure. We'll ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask Fred what that guy's name was if he knows.
I kind of like the name he asked for. Oh God,
Can't.
The Grandmaster Shinnok.
Shinnok. JD's heading out.
JD, take care, buddy.
Later, dude.
Early tomorrow. Yeah, me too. I gotta be up at like 9, even though
So
I
the
gotta.
pitfalls of having my own business, says JD.
No, I hear him, man. I hear him. I had to,
Take care, JD.
dude. I used to watch Good Morning Xbox, but I can't anymore because I go to work at 2:00 and I gotta sleep.
Yeah.
And they're on at 9:30. If I'm up at 9:30, sometimes I do wake up when I go in there, but if I'm up at 9:30, by the time 2:00 rolls around when I have to be at work, I'm knocked out. So
Yeah.
I
At least
feel
it's
your
always
pain.
archived.
Yeah, I do. I watch it on the archive, but that's the whole thing. I'd like to watch it when it's live like I used to, but because I got to work early,
Yeah.
I can't. I missed the ladies the other night because we were doing a PC build. Dude, it took me like 4 days to watch that shit.
Yeah.
It was a busy weekend.
It was a
For
2-hour show, but like I'm listening, and then stuff happens. I gotta pause it and everything, and the tab was open, so you know it is what it is. JD, good night. Tell Amy we said hello. Thank you again, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out
Good
with
night,
us
Yeah.
as always.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of streaming going on this weekend, that's for sure. So
Check
Definitely
out
got
Gaming
that
After
content.
Dark. That was yesterday, last night on Noof's channel, Noof Nukem. Check that out. We had a great show last night. It's fantastic. That show's been on fire. So
It was a lot of fun.
yeah, Frank was on there. So check that out. Oh man. Any questions in the chat before we leave? We'll give you guys like a good 15 minutes and then we'll head on out of here.
Yeah. I gotta wake up tomorrow too. I got a guy coming to look at my house. Something with my house.
Something with the house.
Yeah, I gotta fix my sink is leaking, and I gotta fix my
Oh.
I have a hole to patch, and been trying to lock this guy down. So he's gonna come tomorrow.
Get him in there.
Yeah, more money to waste.
This
and
guy
blow
finally
and-
mowed my lawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks great. So
My guy was he came like once, but then it's been raining, so it's like sucks. Gotta find
Yeah.
a day when it's not raining to come.
Yeah, it's been on and off, either really nice or just rain. Good old May for you.
It's almost June.
I know. You
through
always get
Super
this shit
Chat.
time with all the pollen and shit. Which is the worst
Through
time in
Super
May.
Chat.
Super.
Thank you, Gregory, for the super.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. It was a fun weekend. We were able to really, celebrate the show, and we had those little kids jumping up and down when we started recording. And Perry was about to fucking lose it. He was about to throw.
Dude, every distraction ever.
No, you don't
happened.
understand what happened. The taller kid, the older kid,
Yeah,
I saw him take something out of his pocket and put it into that little thing I have with the wallets.
yeah.
So I was like, did this kid try to steal something and then he put it back? What's going on? So I went over there with her, and then she's like arguing with me. You always think that people are taking something. I'm like, I saw him do it. That's why I got up.
What did he end up doing? What was that? Was it just like?
We were closing in like 10 minutes, but I was like, hey guys, we're closing soon. And I didn't know what else to say. So I'm like, yeah. And the kid's standing there looking at me for me to say something. And I'm just like, yeah, so whatever. So then they left.
We're closing. Get the fuck out.
Listen, that kiosk is for people that are shopping. You know what I mean? They come in and the kids want to play it, whatever. Great. But it's not to come in there and fucking play because you got nothing better to do all day.
Yeah.
We used to do that years ago. We had the room open for anybody because it worked. People did come in and play games and they were like, I got to buy this game and bring it home. But then one day a kid, he pretended to lift a chair and hit his friend. And I was like, everyone out. And that's when we cut off the free play. We did the
And
free
the
play.
babysitting.
You
Yeah.
can't be babysitting people's kids.
Yeah, we
It's
were.
not-
That was happening, and we made it into birthday parties and parties. So I was like, "Fuck! If you want to use the room, I'm getting paid for this."
And then that just became our hangout room at this point.
Yeah, we still
You
have
know?
birthday party. We had one for his nephew last year.
Yeah.
So
That's just enough space. We were able to sleep in that place. That's how much space you actually have in there. You know what I mean? Like it's a nice.
you know, I like that. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe we did that, but it was cool.
The last time I did
Yeah.
was in 2021. That was the time I slept at the shop.
Yeah, well,
And I
that's.
remember Perry's like, I didn't even sleep at the shop yet. I was like, all right, well,
I've been
I
at
was
the
like, it was
shop.
cool.
I've been at the shop all night,
yeah.
but I've never like slept there. I've been there working until the next day, but whatever. It was fun, and everyone enjoyed the text to speech or talk to speech, whatever it's called. Venge, what's going on, man? I cut my lawn for the first time last week. Oh
What's
wow!
up, Benj?
Well, you guys probably still had snow up until like last week.
Yeah. It's a forever winter over there. But yeah, it was cool though. And then yeah, we had Karai with the donation, and then Fred had to dump the milk on his head.
Shout out to Karai, man. That was crazy.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, we were just like, well, fuck, what do we do? And then Perry's like, well, let's just film it outside, and then I'll just throw the video up. So we basically just went outside, recorded it, came back in, and then we uploaded it.
Yeah, because we couldn't bring the camera out there.
Yeah, we last year we did it outside, which is great because, you know, if something crazy happened like that, Fred was just already outside and we had the milk on standby. But that was the blue milk, right? So we had blue milk last year, green milk this year, right? So
Yeah.
every year we got to think of a different color to
He
pour on his
better
head.
get his sardines and stuff ready for the 600 show because he owes us now for not showing
Uh,
up.
He probably still has those sardines. I mean, I would imagine he does.
Well, we gotta let him know the next show is on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
just message, just let him
he
know
might
tonight.
have another fucking wedding to go to on Tuesday. Who the fuck knows with this guy?
Oh, somebody's getting married on Tuesday.
And
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and another Monday. So I can't make it,
Every-
everybody. I'm going to 15 fucking weddings this week.
Oh my god.
Well, shout out to Fred.
Yeah. He put the Oreos on his
The
head with
ladies
cheese.
talked about that, by the way, on Majestic Mayhem. They talked about him pouring the green milk on his head.
Did they? It's
Yeah.
awesome. It was perfect timing. I mean, we did that. Yeah, it was Sunday. Yeah, we did that before the PC build. So there was a lot going on.
The PC
There's
build
stuff out there.
was fine,
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
but
I've
his
been playing-
case, it wasn't too PC build friendly. But we got through that. That was fine.
Yeah, I mean, I unfortunately we couldn't foresee that, but you know, I'm the dickhead that still wants the disk drive. So if I didn't have that, we probably would have went with a different case.
fault because the fucking case looks like it's great, and then when you get it in your hands, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize we had to wire everything first before we put the board in. Usually you put the board in and then you start wiring stuff. This case was weird because it had the grommets behind the motherboard, which some cases do have, but all the modern cases today don't do that anymore.
yeah. So this is a little bit older.
How
Yeah.
long did it
This case
take
is
you guys?
the case is 8 years old, by the way, everyone. He
I didn't
only-
know it was that old. Damn.
He only has USB-C on the back of the motherboard. There's no USB-C port on the case. So
Which is fine.
that's why you
What
bought
time
that
did you
wire.
guys,
This way you can wrap it around and then plug in whatever you're gonna plug in to get fast speeds. What are you saying, Frank?
What time did you guys finish up? Like, do you like
I
how
don't
long?
fucking remember.
It probably only took Perry like, man, it was probably like, I think the whole stream itself was probably like,
Like 5 hours, I think, and that was
it
after he
was
was
5
playing
hours.
the game.
But yeah, we also so like let's see. So you figure you started at
Because for his, it was quick. I think what'd you do in like 3 hours, and that was with the like messing around with the NVMe. at
That
first.
NVMe took me like a half an hour because I didn't know what was going on. But you saw on his build, the NVMe took like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
it
That's how
basically
long it's
took a
supposed
little-
to take.
Yeah, it took a little bit over 3 hours because we got the stuff to come up on the screen. I'm looking at the stream right now.
Wow.
When we look, once we got it to pop up, it was 3 hours 40. We started building about 20-25 minutes into that stream, so about like a little over 3 hours, give or take.
And you got
and then the-
Windows okay?
We got
Yeah.
Windows okay. During that time, you texted me the key. We did all that. I had to cut a bit out of the stream where it accidentally showed my one email, so we had to cut that out. But that was just my bad. I didn't realize that it was on the fucking window. Microsoft just likes to show all your personal information.
Yeah, they do that
everywhere,
on
so-
Xbox, and you can hide it on Xbox, but on Windows, they do that shit when you go to update. It's like
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do anymore.
yeah. So
Why
thankfully
do I
was
need to
like-
know my name and my fucking email? I already know it. Like, what the hell's
Yeah.
wrong with these companies?
And like they have our name on, that's associated with the email. Fine, show my name. Even then, some people might not want their full name shown. So it's like you're just kind of like, what the hell?
They
Like, I
should
don't
do
care,
what
but-
Discord does, where they have streaming mode or whatever, so
Yeah.
you could turn that on if you're streaming.
Yeah, and but
Fucking
thankfully I was able to
Microsoft.
cut that out because YouTube has a.
That's
really
another
good
reason why
editing.
Xbox sucks, because Windows shows your name. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and there it went well. But yeah, so
Good.
the
wasn't
last
too-
like
too
hour
bad.
and a half was just me, playing RE4, checking it out. We put some stuff on there, got the Windows stuff situated. As we speak, I'm still transferring some old files over, but other than that, everything is good. I'm still trying to get everything adjusted how I want it, but I've just been working on this review for Onimusha that's coming out tomorrow. So I played Onimusha 2. I've been playing it for the past week, thanks to Capcom, and I'm going to be doing a little review. So I've been working on that.
Capcom.
Capcom, and I also got the Fighting Collection. Me and Perry both checked it out. How do you like that, Perry? It's pretty fun.
I think it's got to come down in price.
Yeah,
It's got great games on it, but they're just not worth $40. I'll be listen for Power Stone 1 and 2. For some people, it is worth $40 because those games are like $200 a pop.
yeah,
On
Yeah, I
Dreamcast?
think that's what sold a lot of people on it.
But now they're multi-plat, so that makes sense for people. But yeah, I don't know. I think people should wait like till this thing's like $20, $25.
Maybe this
something like
fall.
that.
Holiday time when it drops.
Right. I think it'll drop before then. But yeah, the sweet
Yeah,
spot
it
is
could.
like $20-$25 for this. Anything higher than that, I mean, if you really want to play them, go ahead. But this collection didn't impress me as much as the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I mean, that collection is like legendary. This collection is good because they brought over some of the SNK and Street Fighter games and all that.
Yeah.
And the Capcom Fighting Jam was only on PS2 and Xbox, the original Xbox, the original PS2.
Yeah.
So that game is now multi-plat, like everywhere, multi-plat.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's more people get to try that game out. That game's pretty good.
That's why I think these collections are easy for them just to make money. And
I don't know
remasters.
why they're not making a Mortal Kombat 1 through 4 collection. Like
That makes so much sense, and
Listen,
they just don't do it.
there's
you
two
know?
games missing on the Switch. DuckTales Remastered and Disney Afternoon Collection, by the way, and Mortal Kombat. They really needed to make a Mortal Kombat collection for the Switch, and they just
did.
never did it. Street Fighter has all the damn collections. You could buy any Street Fighter. You could buy most of the games from the 90s on the Switch, no problem in collections. Mortal Kombat is MIA, and that's fucking ridiculous. DuckTales Remastered, one of the greatest remakes of all time, MIA on the Switch. What are you doing?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
They re-up the rights because you can still buy it on PC and Xbox and shit now. Because they lost the rights, I think, twice to that game, but they renewed them. Get that game on the Switch. What are you guys doing? Get Mortal Kombat on there. Fucking sucks. You have to hack your goddamn
Yeah.
Switch just to play these games. It's annoying.
Yeah, no, that would be perfect on there.
Just make them native. Let people buy them, and that's it.
That game was on Wii U. It's like you really can't just put it on Switch.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what's the big deal?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Any questions in the chat?
But yeah, I guess we'll see what goes down in Summer Game Fest, the sister show.
Yeah,
Game
so
Awards.
one last time, Anthony heard that Resident Evil 9 will be at Summer Game Fest in some capacity. That's June 6th. So we have a couple of weeks before we find out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Damn, I love Doom, says Mental. Doom is awesome, okay? Look at his Megazord part right here.
Yeah.
I guess that's not a question. Nah, it's a statement. That's fine. We all love this game. This game is fantastic. Anthony
Yeah,
needs
once
to
I
play it.
I'll let you know how I feel about it. I'm sure I'll like it. I like the last two rather. So
This is a great game. Very fast. In fact, the run button makes you slow down in this game. Because it's like, oh, he's running now. How fast can I run? And I hit it and it slows him down. I'm like, oh, okay. It's the first time that's ever happened.
There's a lot of variety in the levels too. I've only played like the first 5 or 6 maps or whatever, but there's a lot of cool stuff in it.
That's good. Playing the OG Doom, says Stevie Mac. Well, that's good too. Great game. I'm working on chapter 8. Good times. Yeah, so far so good.
You know, I haven't seen the guy with the eyeball, that like little floaty guy. I haven't seen him at all.
He'll probably be
yet.
at the end.
I hope so. I love that guy.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
I feel that.
That's weird, man. I wonder if somehow you've got Sprint on all the time. Sprint is definitely faster for me. Yeah, my guy's zooming through the screen, man. RE9 at Summer Game Fest would be awesome to see. We'll certainly be busy in a week of gaming fest and
Yeah.
Switch 2. Yeah, it'd be crazy, man.
I
Nuts.
wouldn't be in the fucking country, so it's gonna be a crazy. Essentially, it's a day before the 24-hour challenge, so it's gonna be some insane shit right there.
What's
Here's
his name? Cocky Demon?
Hockey team.
Jason Goes to Hell 4K. And then you have the Jason X 4K.
I got that one. It's
Nice.
over there. That's like my favorite one. I had to have that. Did you see what it says on the back?
No.
It makes a Star Trek joke on the Jason X one.
What does it say?
It says something like he boldly goes to space or something. I don't remember. I looked at it the other day.
So this has 2 discs. One's theatrical cut, and one is the unrated cut. And it has a 4K limited edition content. And is this one disc? Yeah, it's one disc.
Yeah, it says it's now time for Jason to boldly go where no serial killer has gone before. That's amazing.
That movie is just something. That's for sure.
I just love it because it's
um,
space.
I have a question with you know how like I'm sure this is just a simple answer, but you know how like on the Xbox app on PC, like
Mm.
you know you own these games digital, so like I own RE2 and 3, but you can't install them.
No, because they're not bring your games anywhere or whatever.
Right. Okay. So they make you buy them.
There's a list of like play anywhere titles.
Huh?
There's a list of play anywhere titles that work.
Yeah.
If you buy it,
You know, Resident Evil 7 was because I bought it on Xbox and it came with the PC version. But
Yeah.
then they stopped it at one point. They stopped giving you both versions.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, but then it's like, oh, you can sign up for Game Pass. It's like, why should Game Pass?
Yeah, some of the games on Game Pass don't have their PC counterparts on there.
Yeah, because it says for the achievements, like, oh, you already have these achievements, and I'm like, for a version I don't even have, because I guess it would just carry over the achievements.
I don't
it's
know
gonna
why.
be a rude awakening with that handheld when people go to play their games and they don't work.
The forested
know.
area is crazy cool, great visuals. The game looks amazing. It says mental. I don't know why they moved Halo to UE5. They should have moved it using id Tech 8. They moved it to UE5 so they could put it on PlayStation. That's why. What?
Yeah. Is that what they're using here?
No, they're using
engine?
well, yeah, id Tech. They're using id Tech.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, everything I've seen from the game looks visually amazing. So, yeah, I'm excited to check it
No,
out.
Nvidia's
Just
scamming
something to
everyone,
play.
Anthony. They're making people buy RTX
Yo.
cards.
It's crazy because Nick was telling me about the same video that we watched of that guy like
Oh yeah.
with the long hair that was just like, fuck these guys, I'm telling the truth. Like that was crazy.
Oh, Gamer Nexus, yeah.
Yeah. So we watched that video and Nick's like, did you see that they're doing this? I'm like, me and Perry watched that video like 2 hours after it was uploaded. Like we got done. I think we watched it when we got back from Quick Check. But yeah, that was insane, man. Like I do respect him for just being honest and saying, you know what?
Well, they're gonna find him in a dumpster because he's right by. they're all out of the country for Computex,
Yeah.
and Nvidia's there. So, don't be shocked if that guy doesn't come home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, if you guys don't know what happened, NVIDIA was pretty much telling people to if you want to get these guys for these interviews and you want to stay with us, you got to tell these people something that isn't true about our product.
Well, no,
And-
they weren't sending out 20, 50, 60 cards because they didn't want people to shred it to bits. So that was the whole thing. And then they were threatening them like, you better not say nothing, whatever. The 9070
What's wrong?
XT kicks ass in the game. I want to get one eventually just for the comparisons. Well, that's the whole thing. Like Nvidia, they make the best cards right now. So I mean, what can you do?
What's wrong with the 5060? It's supposed to be a budget card. It's not like gonna do anything crazy.
Well, I think the whole issue is 8 gigs of VRAM is like unusable at this point in
That's
time.
too low. It should have been 12 minimum.
No, even 12 is no good, man. They got to start giving us what our money's worth, and they should be 16 minimum. There's too many goddamn cards. Okay,
Yeah, there is.
you don't need TIs. Okay, if you're gonna release a TI, don't release the regular one. There's no point.
Right.
Release the TI with the 16 gigs of RAM, and the other cards you're paying $700 for them. Put 32 gigs. Make it easier for people.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the price.
AMD has a card that just came out. It's $350 with 16 gigs.
Yeah, 8 gigs is not right. I didn't realize how expensive they still
And they're not
were.
even using. That's why the cards aren't as beefy as the 40 series because they're using AI for all this shit now.
Right.
So you're not even getting. You're paying for more money for not getting native shit.
Dude, they want 429 for the 5060 Ti, and it has 8 gigs, like you said. That's crazy. 429 for 8 gigs. I thought
least
they
the
were like
5070
That's not a bad price. The problem is though, it's 2025.
Yeah.
These games are requiring more than 8 gigs. They're requiring more than 12 gigs of VRAM. That's the
Right.
issue here. The price is
So
fine
my card goes up to
for
12 gigs,
fucking
right?
2020 standards, but not 2025.
Right.
So my 5070 goes up to 12 gigs of RAM. VRAM.
Yeah, we got fucked on that. We should have gotten at least 16, but what can you do? Now the 5070 Ti gives you 16, but the problem is it's $1,000 card.
Yeah.
Is it really worth paying another $400 for fucking another 4 gigs of RAM? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, even when I popped on RE4, I had to lower some stuff, even with a 5070. You know what I mean? Like it was like, how it shows you red if you're going over the memory. That's what it was starting to do, and I was like, well, I'll just adjust. Like I didn't
you
have
have
to
to
adjust.
adjust it. You can't just max it all out.
No, that's why it's like, but I still had it on pretty high settings. I was like, oh shit, this is
Yeah,
like,
you'll be
I
fine.
gotta-
You'll be fine with that as long as you stick within the parameters. It's no wonder Series X, Series S struggles in games. Yeah. The 9070 XT has 16 gigabytes. That's why it's kicking ass in a lot of situations right now. I hear a lot
That's
of good
nice.
things, a lot of bad things about that card, though. Here's the thing: people are even saying AMD just doesn't want to compete with Nvidia, card wise. They just want to make their own cards and be done. Because they were saying that if they get that competitive edge, they'll be ready to rock and roll in the cards, but they don't want to do it. So, I mean, let's see. You never know. Maybe these cards will sell well for them, and they'll say, you know what? Let's get into it. Let's make these cards 20 times better than what they are, and boom. Nvidia, man, they got to figure out what they're doing because it's like they got a good thing going, and they're going to fuck it up just by being stupid. So, it's like Intel. They had a good thing going, and they fucked it up. They rested on their laurels, and that's why they have the chip that's just not selling well.
Hopefully next year by like February, March, they'll sort all this out and I could build another computer.
Intel better get their shit together by this year, by like September. That's when they release the new processors usually. If that new processor doesn't fucking match up to the stuff that's out now from AMD, they're in big trouble. They won't go out of business, but like they won't be the leader for the next X amount of years. So
Yeah, just hope that, everything's good. Like I said, I'll let you know if anything happens, but so far so good for me on my end. You know, obviously, years down the road, if I need to upgrade the 5070, I'll upgrade it. You know, just like how I did.
That's
with
the whole point. Like you got that chip, like you're good to go. That's the biggest. That's the beast of Intel chips right now, unfortunately. So you're good on that end, but like card wise, hey, you can always sell your card and get another one or upgrade. You can wait till the prices come down on the TI series. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm good for now. At least this runs better than the Series X and the 5 that I have.
And you're coming
so-
from a 1060. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's a different situation.
Yeah. A 12-year-old PC with, you know, upgrades along the way versus a PC that was just built Sunday. So, you know, definitely a night and day difference. Like, even just, like, because my old Bluetooth and my PC back when I got that was like a big deal.
Ooh, that was like Bluetooth 3.0.
It was a big deal. And it eventually stopped working. You know, and so now that I got a new receiver for down here with my speakers, I can connect my PC to my receiver, and it's fucking awesome. Like if I wanted to like play with surround sound, I could, you know, because it's right across the way. I
Right.
just turn on the Bluetooth, connect it to the computer, and I got my
Oh
surround
yeah,
sound.
do
So
that
it
at the
just still-
sound bar at work. That's wireless.
Yeah. Yeah. So like for me, I'm like, oh shit, this is what it's like to have, you know, Bluetooth again. Because I had it, but it was very like early. And eventually it just stopped working, you know, because it was a
You can replace
long
that chip,
motherboard.
that Bluetooth thing. It's just a Wi-Fi card in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it costs like $10 to buy that thing.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then you take it off the board and put the new one on the board. Done. You got Bluetooth again on that board.
Damn.
You know, you're
Yeah.
right that there's just too many cards.
You got to
Because
let
I'm
me
looking at
know
this.
if you want to ever put that old computer in like a newer case. Let me know. We'll do that. You bring it up, we'll fix the Bluetooth, and then we'll put it in a new case, a smaller case or a bigger case, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Yeah, that's
want to do.
Whatever you want to. As he fades into the background.
This problem is they have two different cards at the same price point. Like a 5060
I know.
Ti with 16 gigs. is
And
the
they have
same
all the
price as a
gigabyte cards that are
5070.
like $30 less than the fucking PNY card. Like
Why do they do this? Like I never realized it until I'm looking at it now. I'm like,
that. Now do you know
literally-
why I was going nuts the last fucking month and a half?
yeah, they literally. How do you have two different model cards at the same price point? Like, literally, you're like cannibalizing your own sale.
They don't
by
care. It's
just-
all about money. They were hoping that the other cards would sell out, and then you had to buy the shitty one. That's why.
Because that's crazy. Why would you buy a 5060 Ti for the same price as a 5070? Wouldn't you just buy the 5070?
Yes.
I don't understand. Like,
Well, they were hoping the 5070s would be sold out and still rob you for the same amount of money on the lesser card. That's why.
I don't know, man. They're all over the place.
I got to keep checking the
cards.
price of the card because if they drop that price within 30 days, I get a price adjustment at Micro Center. I paid $629 for the 5070.
Good.
So if they drop that in 30 days to like, I don't know, $550, I go back and get my money back. They put it right back on my
Yeah.
card. And they say you could do it as many times as you want within 30 days. So if they drop it to like $300, I go back. As long as it's
Wow.
within that 30-day period. Micro Center has that on their website. Like you can get as many price adjustments as you want during your 30-day return policy. So there's a 16 gigabyte version of 5060 Ti. Not sure how better it is. Yeah, no, I'm good.
It costs. I just looked up. It costs as much as the 5070.
The problem with Nvidia is they make the best cards. So I mean, it is what it is. Like you're stuck kind of buying that. So let's see. Let me see Micro Center, then we'll get out of here.
It's crazy. I'm just happy that this is just done.
Me too.
So
Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about it no more. Now you got to worry about making content.
yeah, just focus on that and keep doing other stuff. Eventually, there's a 16 gigabyte version of 5060 Ti.
That's what I
But,
was.
Yeah, I read that.
Oh yeah.
RTX 5070 PNY. Computer parts. Oh, I got to go back.
What happened?
They dropped it to $5.99.
Oh, whoa, that's great.
Gotta
You
get-
know,
I gotta get my-
$30 back.
I got to get my $30 back.
Hey, that's not insignificant. That's definitely worth going back for.
Well, I'm going to spend $30 in gas getting there, but I still got $30 back in my account.
You'll take a trip down there.
I'm going to have to go tomorrow.
That's good.
My uncle's coming here early, so I gotta eat breakfast with him, and I gotta go over there and get my money back.
Nice.
All right, good. I'll do that. See, I told you.
Good. Good thing you checked.
I gotta find my
We were
receipt.
talking about
It should be in my wallet. Yeah, look at that. $6.29 down to $5.99, and they gave me 2 copies of Doom,
Nice.
and I gotta return that fucking fan adapter that Anthony gave me, so I gotta go there anyway.
Get it all done at once.
What else did they drop? I didn't buy anything else there. I just bought the I bought my card, and I don't know what else I bought. I didn't buy anything else down there.
His fans and the card.
Right, and the fans, they're not dropping those, and just return the fan adapter, and I'll get my price adjustment on this card. Not bad.
Cool.
$5.99.
That's why you got to keep checking, right?
The
Stay up
MSRP
to
for this card is $549. The problem is they're not selling, so they keep dropping the price to get rid of them. There's 16 in stock, and it's $5.99. Not bad. Not bad. It'll be worth the trip then to go down there. I got to get the other Frank. I got to get him a conductive pen down there, so I might as well just go down there anyway.
Cool.
We had the 5070 in stock. Yeah, but is it the RGB one? They have the regular one, I think, for around that price too. Yeah, man. This is crazy. They dropped it. Can't believe it. Oh, I could trade it in. What's my trade-in value on this?
Probably like no money.
I'll tell you right now.
Although you did good on that old card you traded in.
Discover your trade-in value.
I want to see what mine's worth. There's no way.
Yes. Oh, no, by order history. God damn you. Not by serial number. No eligible items found. Oh, well. Maybe they're not taking them in for trade-in yet. Oh, am I logged in? Yeah, I'm logged in. Yeah, I paid $6.29. Can return it by 6:15. So I have up until 6:15 to price adjust.
Nice.
They don't tell me my serial number. What am I going to do? Get the box and shit? No, I'm not going to worry about that. Not bad. Not bad at all, buddy. Anything to take to lessen the damage on this thing.
Yeah.
Apparently AMD's 9070 XT is outselling the 5070, 5070 Ti. That's why the price is falling for them. Good. Then I get more of my money back. All right, everybody, we're going to run because these guys got to go to sleep. I got to cook or I got to go get food. I'll probably just cook at this point. And that'll be it. So everyone take care. Stay safe. Have a good one. Remember, go check out Gaming After Dark. It was last night on Noof Nukem's channel. Check that out. Check out Dreadpool's channel. Check out Harold's channel, Files of Horror. Check out Mental's channel over on Caffeine Entertainment. Check out Mike and Peter over on Rumble every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern for the original Next Level Gaming podcast. And I don't know who else. Who else do I have to promote on here? Thank you all for the super chat. By the way, shout out to JB Zombie and Abo. Those guys, I don't know where they've been in the chat, but shout out to them. They're awesome. Let me see who else. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Dreadpool again for the super chats. RWK.
Yeah, and thanks for everything,
Frank.
well, on the weekend and everything. And
Shout out to Stevie Mac.
Thanks again, Perry, for helping with the PC build. And thanks to everybody who watched and donated and had fun with the text-to-speech and all that good stuff. It was fun. So,
Yeah.
Pretty fulfilling week overall. So
Shout out to Karai again, by the way, for the big ass super chat.
yeah,
What was that
That's great.
super chatted in again, Frank?
Well,
it
what
was
do you-
70 or something like that. It was,
No, but it
Oh.
was what was the donation of
Sing-
the currency?
Singapore.
Okay.
Singapore dollars.
Singapore.
All right, not bad. So thank you for that. All
Yeah.
right, we're gonna run. Everyone, take care. Good night, Jeff M, Stevie Mac, all you guys. Avenge. Here you go.
One more for the road.
Vince donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Venge. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, Gregory, for reading that.
Thank you.
So, all right, we're out of here. Everyone, take
Okay.
care. Stay safe. Have a good one. Catch you
Peace
guys
out,
later.
guys.
Bye.
Peace. Shout out to Venge once again for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right. Hopefully we get Fred next week and then he'll explain what's going on with this graduation stuff. But all right, everybody.